I am sure sports. You know me there, from coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here. For the day done, you are gonna love over your son.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crapper players. We are good enough. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Jamaican herbs and spices add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Greetings and welcome to I Am Sure Sports. It's the start of another great week. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. And the week has started good for you. I am here and you are here. We have life and life more abundantly. So we give thanks for that. You know, it was kind of a bittersweet weekend for me. Had to lay a young relative to rest, right? And then had a relative of mine that I had the great honor of taking through the experience of water baptism, So kind of bittersweet, you lost one, gain one to a greater life. So we give thanks for that. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. As you know, I am Manning's man. Have a couple of things that I need to apologize to our subscribers for. So we should have had a video on Saturday dealing with, because we did promise that would have a video dealing with where did it all go wrong in terms of looking at some sportsmen and women who made some mistakes that severely affected their future in the sport. That video could not have happened because of what I had to do, but we are going to have that video, have that person on during the show to share their story. And trust me, it is going to be a telling story for any young sports person about how one mistake can change just the shape of your life. And if you had just followed the rules, then it would have been better for you. So our apologies for not having that on Saturday. We will have it today. And so we had to reshuffle our program because one of the veterans, this is, I don't know, I can't tell you this person's name, right? So we were supposed to have one of our legends, but this legend is a veteran from in the 60s. And what happened to this veteran is they had a clinic appointment this morning. You know, when they get older, sometimes, sometimes they don't remember stuff. Yes. So he forgot that he had the appointment today, and he said to me, apologize to the people, but I will be there during this week. I'm not going to tell you what day it is, but he's going to come on. What I'll say to you is that this week we have some very interesting legends in the context of Jamaica's football. We have some very old ones, right? Some of them you're not going to know. Let me give you, like, I'm going to give you 5 names of those persons who are coming up, all right? You can do your research on these names. We have the likes of Alan Skill Cole, Bob Campbell, Neville Oxford, Trevor Jumpy Harris, Michael Jim Dandy Graham, Cecil Silla Pringle, right? I'm giving you names. And then we have a big show next week, Sunday. We're going to be talking with a former American international who is a top TV analyst, and he's going to be joined by a couple of former Jamaican players to discuss the USA Jamaica game. All right, and that is going to be a banger, I am telling you. So look out for that. We still have our NFL show. We have some great news to share in our a great in our schoolboy football Da Costa Cup and Manning Cup review, because we got some information about some of the things and who to look out for. And that starts this weekend. There are some big games coming up, and I am hoping that I can be at a few of them. Of course, that Jamaica, the national team, they leave for their game against El Salvador, and they leave today. So we're going to take some time to go through that. We have some persons who are coming on, and so let me say again, big up to everyone who have joined. Thank you so much for coming on. Want to thank all of the subscribers. Want to thank all of the subscribers. Listen, we are nearing 2,000. Think we're like 128 away. So if you have not yet subscribed, or if you know someone who was not yet subscribed, please get them to do so. Right, we're 128 away from having 2,000 subscribers, and that will be good. Now, we have a giveaway today as well. We have 2 giveaways, right? We had a phone card that we should have given out last week, and we want to be true to our word. That's a $500 phone card. We weren't able to do that because the person who won it asked that we give it to someone else. So we're going to put up a question during this interview, and you can get a 500 Digicel or Flow credit to your phone. We're also giving away to someone in the United States. Today, we're giving away a whole set of Tricknick products. Tricknick are the sponsors of this video. They are a Jamaican-owned company that operates in Canada. They use authentic Jamaican herbs and spices to make all of their products, right? They have jerk sauce, jerk marinade, hot pepper sauce, curry paste, and a host of other products. And if you answer the one question we will ask when we get to the hour mark of the show, you will win for yourself, shipped to you at no cost to you, a set of Tricknick product, everything that they sell, courtesy of Tricknick and I Am Sure Sports. We are true to our word, and if we promise it, we will deliver. We also have someone working with Tricknick who is willing to purchase 2 tickets to a subscriber to the channel for the game against the United States on the 16th of November. And here is what you have to do, though. We have to know that you have gone through the first part of the process. Once you have gone through the first part of the process and you have been approved, remember you have to buy the ticket online because there is no paper ticket. We will transfer the funds to you. We can send it to you by however means, and you get those funds and you pay for the ticket. We'll pay for the ticket for you. You get to sit in the grandstand. If you want to sit in the grandstand, this is how good we are going to treat our guest, right? And that sponsor has told us not to mention their name, so we will hold it. But that's how we want to, show respect to all our subscribers and person, showing us love and things. So big up to all of you. Big up Chris, the sports guy. I see you. Duckland Stennett. We know that we're connected. If your name is spelled that way, we're relatives. I don't know how, but yeah, you must be related. My father name start with D, and all the uncles the name they start with D. So you don't know that we must be related. Dre, any weather, not a good weekend for you. Your Chelsea team drew, and guess what? Your Cowboys were decimated. The Cowboys were decimated. Sir Dre, any weather. So I notice you don't have up anything speaking about your Cowboys. Oh, carefully now, Naduklan, because you know your wife may have some issues with what you're saying, So careful now, because you never tell her about having a son. So careful now. Big up Alex in the house as well. But just a bit of news to share with you. As you know, that Hubert Busby Jr., the senior coach for the Jamaica Reggae Girls, he has been suspended by the Jamaica Football Federation. And this is based on all the allegations that have come up recently as it relates to sexual inappropriate conduct as it concerns females. Of course, our system of justice says a man is innocent until proven guilty. But I think that this was a good move to have been made. One of the advantages Jamaica has in this is that the playoffs should have started in November, which would have put us in a bit of a problem, but they have pushed them back to February of next year, which gives us enough time to get a new coach during the time of Busby's absence to prepare the team. I don't know how the female in the setup is going to be taking this, but we look forward to what is going to happen. We're going to talk to a coach that is in the national program later today at around 6 o'clock. We have an interview with him. He's going to be here just speaking about just his role in female coaching, and hopefully we can get into that as well. All right, so we're going to be talking to him. But now that Busby has been fired, we have suspended, sorry. We have a World Cup campaign coming up. What should we do? Because I believe right now Jamaica has a group of players playing in the professional leagues across the world who can go to this World Cup two cycles in a row, but this time perform a whole lot better. In fact, making it out of their zone in the World Cup itself. We have several players. We have players playing in England in the top leagues there and other places in the world, like I said. So I think we need to make some moves immediately to rectify this so that we can get the best out of our girls. We can't afford any instability during this time. So with that being said, Lorne Donaldson has indicated that he is willing to take the job. Mr. Donaldson, if you're listening to this, reach out to Management. Hit me up on IG, or you can call the number that you'll see here, or someone, if you know him, can give him. Because I would like to ask a couple of questions of Mr. Lorne Donaldson. Mr. Lorne Donaldson was a person who was working with Hugh Menzies as his assistant. And then Hugh Menzies, as you know, he severed ties with the JFF. And Lauren Donaldson was the assistant, became the coach that was bringing us through the 2019 qualifiers. You remember that? He, however, cut off all relations with the present JFF. And his reason was that they are unprofessional in their behavior and conduct. So my question would simply be, if in 2019 they were unprofessional in their conduct and behavior to the extent that you would give up the job of going to a World Cup with the players, what would make you go to work with the same body, the same group, the same leadership at this time? It would be like someone resigned from a company I operate and they say we are the most unprofessional organization that they have worked with. And then at some point they come back up to say they want to work with the company. You have to give some reasons. So Mr. Lauren Donaldson, I would love to hear what that would be. So who should be the head coach? Who are the persons out there? These are females playing at the highest level. At the highest level. Who are some of the persons that could take up the Khadija Bonnie Shaw and all of these, Jody Brown and all of these other guys? Who is the coach? Because a lot, I mean, who are the options? And I know that we don't focus on female football a whole lot, but we have to, because right now, I believe that our female team, the present team that we have, can get more right? Can get more out of a World Cup campaign than our male team would at this present time, because of the group of players that we have. I think outside of Canada and the USA, I think we are the third best team in CONCACAF. And USA and Canada, the USA is the number one team in the world, and Canada is just up there. Oh, Kirk, yes. Well, I saw the comment, my friend, but listen, I see some of the comments I will see, but I won't put them up because, you understand me, because I can't verify them. I want to make sure that it is actually the case. You understand? We have to try to keep it, but it is a funny comment. Maybe it is true. Maybe that is the reason why he wants back the job at this time. But should the JFF look to him? When I look around Jamaica, I don't know. Who are the persons? No, man. King Jav, the two top persons right now, two top teams right now in international women football in CONCACAF are Canada and the USA, not Mexico. Canada is ranked higher than in female football. We're talking about female football. Yeah. I see Drainer with us. Gardner Donaldson is good candidate for me. You're talking about Meron Garden, who is the present assistant to Coach Theodore Whitmore. I think he has coached at some level, but I want to know if he has the qualification, because that's the other thing. Yeah. That's the thing. I have a name out there. Right? That I think he's one of the Jamaican coaches he has the highest qualification. In fact, he's part of the technical committee right now. His name is Wendell Downswell. Like, I think he could be a good interim person because of his demeanor. And he has been stable. His character has been upstanding for the most part. And he has always worked. In fact, he has conditioned under 20 teams for Jamaica to World Cup and under 17 team to World Cups. He also coached at the national level. And so I think he's someone, if we're going to look locally, he's someone that could be considered to be a part of the coaching setup right there. I don't know if it would be wise to move Meron Garden. Yeah, they call him Boyos. There you go. Yeah, I don't know if it would be wise to move Meron Garden in the World Cup campaign from beside Theodore Whitmore, because he was recently put in that position after the departure of Jerome Wade. But that's female football. I think maybe Wendell Downswell is someone who can fill the slot on a temporary basis until they find the appropriate person, right? What say you? I mean, I see Meron Garden, like I said, and I see Lauren Donaldson. But Dre Anyweather, do you really go back to Lauren Donaldson, given the reason why he initially gave up? Because he was not fired. He actually walked away from the job. According to him, it was because of the unprofessional conduct and behavior from this same JFF leadership. So how would that work if that is his perception then of them? And that would be my concern with that. And people can change, views can change, perspective can change. But yeah, I'd love to hear from him. Why would he want to take up back the job now? That's what I'd like to know. Why no? And what about the JFF now is showing you that they are more professional than they were when you initially left the job? What is it? All right. So that's that. Yeah, come on, people. Make sure you hit the like button. Like I said, on the hour mark, we are going to give away. We are 23 minutes in the video. So on the hour mark, we are going to give away some stuff. So that would be good. Yeah. Here's a good name. Get Jermaine Miller involved with the women's team. He had coached a few of the players, did a great job. While at Braxton, that's a very good call right there. A lot of you guys know Jerry Miller. In fact, I invited him. He's in class. He should have been at the program, but I think when he gets out of class, he's going to jump on. But that's a good name. I don't know if they'd want to appoint him as the head coach though, but I could see him playing an integral role because he's in terms of getting the statistics and analyzing the game, breaking them down, looking at. He's one of the from what I've seen in Jamaica, I don't know if there's anyone better than him. Maybe there are others that I have not seen, but in terms of breaking down the game and providing the data, the analysis, and the statistics, he is absolutely one of the best. And there should be a place for him in this setup right now. This person, Kirk is talking about Wendell Downswell said, I remember him playing for Reno and for what other. I saw Downswell score a goal from half-line against Costa Rica inside at Jared Park. Port Limon, Downswell for sure. All right. Good call. Yeah, so here, I'm waiting on a reply from Kanye to hear her thoughts also. Very good. Yeah, man. Because I'd love to hear from some of the players, like, would they work with this person or that person, or who do they think would do a job? Because these girls would have spent a lot of time around Hugh Busby. And it's really a difficult time but I don't think the federation had any choice than to suspend him while the investigation take place. Yeah, man. Bless up and respect. Respect. All right. So that's the first 25 minutes of the show. Just looking at some stuff out there that are important and in the news. Welcome, Rajic Sharp. Much respect. Yeah, man. Jeros, big up yourself. King Jav, bless up yourself as well. Now, let's talk about the Jamaica Reggae Boyz team. All right. We go to play El Salvador on the 12th, 4 days from now. And there's a couple of things that are very good that have been done. One is that the squad was named early. That's number one. And that means we had ample time to replace anyone who needed to be replaced for any reason. That's number two. Number three is that as far as we know, they should be arriving, the entire squad should be arriving in El Salvador at some point today, which means that we are getting there 3 full days before the game. And I think this is showing that the JFF and the players realize the importance of this game. All right. So they are getting there. And I would want to believe that arrangements have been made on the ground in El Salvador in terms of hotel accommodation, training venue. And like I said, I have a couple of persons who will be coming on, who were part of the 1998 campaign, who have been in squads playing against El Salvador. And they'll be coming on to share with us just some of the things that we can expect and some of the things we can do to get the most out of this game. Right? So I think those are a couple of the good things that has taken place on this trip. The squad selection, I think it's a 24-man squad. I don't know why more persons, why it wasn't 27, 28. Maybe because it's a 2-cycle window. I think, I would love to, and I keep saying this, that I will not judge the selection of players. Also, if I get a press conference, then I can better understand the reasoning behind the selection of a player or the non-selection of a player. All right? Now, so there are some notable absentees that many of us have questions about, right? Here, Fitzroy. Thank you, Fitzroy. Yeah, man, really appreciate it. Love your comment that you made on the video. Excellent comment, and thanks for your suggestion. Fitzroy really saying Fisher came off a Galaxy 39 minutes injury maybe. Whoa. This is interesting. Well, one thing I know is that there will be no more replacement, I think, coming into the squad at this time. So whatever happens, these are the players, which is why I think we should always have, even if we're not calling out 27, but still send letters of request from clubs for 3 additional players and have them on standby. That means if one of the center forwards got injured, there is a request for Jamal Lowe to come that the club has given him okay for. I think something like that should be done in all cases so that we can cover for situations like this. But Jamal Lowe is a notable absentee from the squad. Eason Pinnock is a notable absentee from the squad. Tyreek McGee is a notable absentee from the squad. And Javane Brown, who is included, was absent from the squad. And also, Dylan Barnes, because of injury, is out of the squad. And he has been replaced with a strange recall for Dwayne Miller to come in. No, I don't know. Like this is kind of Blair. Oh, you're talking Blair Turgott. Blair Turgott has been missing for quite a while from the squad. So let's look at those who were in the squad for the last set of games. Right? Jamal Lowe. What is the reason for Jamal Lowe's non-selection? All right. The only plausible reason I could give is the player is replaced because they have a Leon Bailey. So I am thinking that if I bring in Leon Bailey, then I leave out Jamal Lowe. Could both of them be in the squad? I would have had them. I think it is the same thing with Tariq McGee. I think the situation is if I have Ravel Morris, son, and Lamar Walker, I don't need Tariq McGee. All right? If I'm going to include Haka, Javon Watson, I have Mariappa, I have Liam Moore, and I have Damian Lowe, then I don't need Ethan Pinnock. I would have selected him. But it's either a numbers game or a preference in position game that is happening. So it's kind of without press conferences, all of these questions are just left unanswered because we don't know what is the why behind the selections. And so we can't, it's hard to question. Hard to question. Some people are even saying that why Michael Hector wasn't called back. And I'm saying that does Michael Hector want to come back? And under what circumstances? Yeah. I see J-Ross saying that Pinnock, Jamalo, Hector, Turgott would have completed this squad. Yeah. I think that is a good call. I think that is a good call. You said that in the 24-man squad we have Grant, Watson, Ravel, and Walker as CM. I know where do you put Devon Williams? Where do you put Devon Williams in that? So I like that's what I'm saying. It's hard unless you have a press conference where you can ask, why is this player? Why is this player? Why we don't know the reason behind the selection or the non-selection. Because I was saying, why wouldn't you have selected Javane Brown? It almost comes across like, okay, I had a difficulty with Javane Brown and O'Neal Fisher. But now that Fisher has, quote unquote, proven himself, I now know who my second option is. Therefore, I don't really need Javane Brown in the team. Right? That is what we have to assume. When you look at the Gold Cup, if you go back as far as the tour of Japan, the keepers that Jamaica have been working with are 4 goalkeepers. The 4 goalkeepers are Andre Blake, Dylan Barnes, Dennis Taylor, and Jaden White. Now, way out of left field, we just see Dwayne Miller call back into the squad. And so we don't know, for example, what is the status of Dennis Taylor? what has happened for that? Like, this is what we can't understand. What has happened to Dennis Taylor? Why he has not been selected? Right, I know Demo. I know Demo asking, is the squad just for the El Salvador match? No, it's for both games. Like, why was Dennis Taylor? Why? What was the what was the? Yeah. So I don't know, and that's part of the reasoning that I have. What did Dennis Taylor do? Like, fine, I can listen. I can understand even if Dylan Barnes was not injured, and they say, for example, listen, it makes no sense we bring a goalkeeper from England who is not our first option and he's not challenging our first option. I'm fine with that. But when someone is brought all the way from left field right into the second string goalkeeper, it just leaves questions. It leaves questions. And somebody, I think, owe it to the fan base to say, here are some of the reasons behind the selection or the non-selection of a particular player. Right? Somebody saying that Brown had a good game in a 3-5-2 for Whitecaps last night, and he played wing back. Yeah, Amal Knight wasn't. I think Amal Knight, for some of these games, he was having some issues because he wasn't even in the Gold Cup game. He was having some challenges, and I think, and I know even in the Premier League he had a broken finger, or he re-broke his finger, and so I'm not sure if there were. That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure if it is based on form why he has not been selected. I see Fitzroy saying that Taylor unfairly dropped because White win a JPL title, our finals. But all right, so even if you drop Taylor because White win the final, no, Dylan Barnes is out and you still don't select Taylor. I want you to understand that. Remember now, Dylan Barnes is out. If you drop Taylor, you said, I'm going to drop Taylor because on merit, Jaden White won the Premier League. Fine. Why then, when Dylan Barnes get injured, you went for Dwayne Miller? Yeah. They should have that Brownman security. They should have a press conference, but I don't think like fans should get to ask questions. I think media should get to ask questions. You know, when the squad is named, there should be some press conference where the media houses get to, by the media houses, they're also speaking, even vloggers, maybe not me, maybe some of the bigger vloggers out there would get an opportunity to be a part of this press conference so they can get to ask questions because they are doing a lot of coverage on the issues going on. Why the national team selection is so poorly prepared for upcoming games, that is so important at this time. Yeah. That's a very good point, Rogic Shaw. How will Ravel reach if the team is meeting in Miami? That's a very good question. Or with Ravel, right? They are all the players leaving, so I don't know how they're going to travel. Is there any flight that could leave somewhere else? That's a very good point. If Ravel can't go through Miami, how is he going to get to El Salvador? Whoa, you know what? That's a very good point. When my guests come on, I'm going to make a phone call and find out if that could actually work. That's a very good point, Christopher Wright. Thank you for that. Very good point. Is Alvis Powell playing? Tennessee, I think he has been in the Philadelphia Union squad. He was on the bench, which means he's training Whether or not he has played, I haven't watched any of their games or not. But Peso is the man who watches all of those games. Maybe he can tell us who is responsible for the goalkeepers. I would think Warren Barrett is a goalkeeper coach and the head coach. Okay. All right. Here you go. Thank you. Thank you so much, Travdan. Does Travdan mean Travis or travel? So you know everything that's happening with travel. So Travdan says that Ravel and Grant are traveling together from a different location. And that's good news. That's good news. That's very good news. Very good news. So thanks for that, Travdan. And where's the goalkeeper coach located and why can't be working with local keepers? All right, let me tell you something. Chadsy Hines, I think Paul Campbell. I don't know what happened with Paul Campbell, why he's not a part of the setup. But I remember when Paul Campbell was here, he used to have all of these, way back in the day, he used to have all of these goalkeeping camps. I think Andre Blake and even Dennis Taylor, a lot of these guys came through those, and I'd love to see, yeah, some of those things happen again. Okay. So there you go. So people are getting a lot of clarity. Thank you so much, Our House Music, saying that all the UK players are heading to Jamaica. They will join the local delegation on a chartered flight to El Salvador. There we go. Thank you so much. Listen, the fan base is so educated on logistics. And when it comes down to logistics, like where players are and where they're moving to and where they're coming from, the fan base is very good. Sometimes there are question marks about their footballing IQ, but when it comes down to the logistics and the travel arrangement, they normally get it spot on. But some of the fan base, when it comes down to discussing the football, you understand me? A sip of right worm sometimes creep into the back of our cranium. That gives us some very weird yes, thoughts. Yeah, I think we have answered the Ravel issue and sufficiently described it. I heard that Leon is in Miami and the rest of the team will meet there today to fly together. Not sure just what I heard. Right. So we kind of, I think what was just said made sense by Our House Music, which is some players are leaving from Miami and probably the English-based players will be coming to meet with the travel delegation who will go on chartered flight there. But I know that all of them will be arriving in El Salvador at some point today. There's a person, I heard Tapa will change his tactics and go back to trying to play attacking football, which he doesn't know how to do. What do you mean he doesn't know how to do that? What do you mean he doesn't know how to coach attacking football? I think he does, man. I think he does. You may not like the approach or you may not think he's the most effective, but I think he can get the team to play attacking football. They never look bad attacking in the El Salvador game, to be honest. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Just watch Ravel's story. I tell you that when it comes on to the travel arrangements, the Jamaican fan base has it spot on here. Demo Dre 9 saying just watch Ravel's story on IG and him and Grant look like they're gonna land in JA. Right. So we just got that update. Awesome. Asking if Anthony on the plane. The US-based players are heading straight to El Salvador. All right, there you go. Hey, people, you have to listen to Our House Music. You know, it look like he gets the scoop. He's the real travel agent. You understand me? So you probably need to check him out. Our House Music. What's your IG? Because the people need to check you out on IG so they can, because you seem to be the person with all the, the travel arrangements for the player. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, so people, I think though, like I said, we have a couple of persons who will be coming on to discuss some of the football, just playing against El Salvador. Okay, there you go. So, um, um, Brian saying that Maps is on that plane as well, it would seem. What about Mikel Antonio? The people are asking, anybody spot Mikel Antonio on the plane? Okay, okay, there. What are they saying? Okay. Oh, house music. You hear that? He's a pilot, people. All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Very, very much. Fresh God. Yeah, bud. Okay. All right. So we're gonna have one of our guests coming on in in a little bit, probably in 10 or so minutes. So let me get them on right now so we can have them as a part of the discussion. And this person who is coming on, like I said, they have been with Jamaican teams um in El Salvador. They know the atmosphere, they know what the environment is like, and so they are going to come and share with us what their thoughts are. We have a couple of them who are going to come on and how the team should prepare, what the team should expect. So let's just get them on the program in in a little, if I can just remember this information. Let me see if I can get it right here and set that up. All right, so let's see if we can set it up right now and get them on so they can give us, because it's always good people hearing from others who have been there, right, who have played in the league or played in the city, in the town, played against some of the players, so they can kind of tell us what we ought to expect. They can tell us what we ought to expect. So we're gonna do that right now, and yeah, and then have a good discussion with them, and then yeah, and then like I said, that we are going to give away some Trick Nick products. Yeah, man. Big up Gunners Boss. And for the people who don't know, this is a man who calls on the radio. They call him Piney. Big up yourself. Come on, people. Let's hit the like button. Just hit the like button. You understand me? And get the thing, get the likes going. If you have not yet subscribed, also hit the subscribe button. All right. The beautiful goal, as described by CONCACAF Jamaica versus Grenada, scored by Omar Daly in the Gold Cup, was coached by Tapper. There you go. So here it is that our host is letting us know that yeah, that Tapper is there. Here they're saying that, and if Mana still say it, if it not go say it close to, so he says that Antonio is the co-pilot. So Antonio is heading out, people. Okay. Our host is saying no. I mean, I am UK based. So I'm privy to some airport information. All right, thanks for clearing that up. Much appreciated. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Thanks, Gunners Boss. Really appreciate it. Although you are Gunners Boss, you should be helping me with some link as a junglist. You should be helping me to connect with the players from out of Arnett Gardens. I'm having a hard time getting in touch with some of the Arnett Gardens stalwarts. Past students of Calabar. I can't get in touch with Denton Shedden. Yeah, understand me? What about Cottrell King? Herbert Richards. What about those legends from Arnett Garden? Lucian Anderson, Gunners Boss. Come on, man. Oh, okay. So our host is Paul. Paul is Paul's brother. Also, it's actually Paul. Hey, Mr. Paul. Greetings, man. Thanks for joining. Really appreciate you. When can I interview you, sir? Because I'd love to do that, and I'd love to interview, uh, Mr. Hall. So you're one of the legends. So let us know. Yeah, true. El Salvador is no joke. They beat Panama 1-0 and dropped the UC at their home. Same Panama that gave us 3. True, Andrew, they are no joke. And we have to be very careful and don't take them for a joke. You're absolutely right. But I think we will match up good again. We match up against them well. That's one. And the truth is, we should not use the Panama game to judge Jamaica, because we know it. There were issues surrounding that whole team selection, right? And that was part of the reason why we looked that way. And if we put it in context, then we'll realize that there were other issues surrounding the game. But don't take. I don't think we can take any team in the octagonal for granted. They are going to come out and fight because they believe they can beat Jamaica. But we must know that this is a game that we need to win to stand a better chance. I believe, like I was on a podcast yesterday, and I said this, and I'll repeat it here, that this window came at the best possible time. The best possible time for Leon Bailey. As you know, Dean Smith, who is a coach at Aston Villa, he has lost his job. And up to today, a new coach has not been appointed. All right. I realize also that Leon Bailey is out of England quickly, right, for this game. I think in this game, he needs to put in 2 quality performance. So that coach that is coming in will watch the international break and see him performing against El Salvador and the United States. So when he gets back to his club, I mean, he's established as a leader with the new coach. And so I think this is going to be a very, very important window for Leon. And I'm expecting him to put in some quality performances over this window. I personally believe that this is going to be a good window for Leon Bailey, because I think this is the first time in a long while that he's going to be playing with a certain level of fitness and having some club games under his belt when he comes to play for Jamaica. Big up yourself, Goontown FC, fellow Arsenal man right there. Yes, Duckland, I didn't know you can. Duckland, I play. Or they keep saying that Duckland is a Jacks player. So I didn't know that Denton shouldn't coach Jacks, Duckland. Everton Jackson. Yeah, man, listen. Messi, Panton, and Carty. All right. And you said Paul Newman. So you have to do it. Go on Instagram, and if you have the contact, talk to them, man, and reach out to me. Listen, the platform is for all of the legends. We have many of them, but we're getting more, and we're going to talk to all of them, right? So if you listen, and any of you here, if you talk to any of the legends, like I said, we have a whole list of them coming this week and next week. But if you have contact with them, you can just let them know what we are doing here at I Am Sure Sports. And once you do that, you show them the link, you let them follow, and once they send me a message, I will personally reach out to them, talk to them. In fact, people, I'll be getting a database of every player that has played international football for Jamaica. Everyone. I mean, some of them are past in terms of they have died, right? And in we have great plans, right? There are a lot of things that I don't want to say yet. I just want you to see. But we want to create posters with some of the players who have represented Jamaica and they have passed. So we're compiling all of that so we can bring to the people the history of the football. All right? We want to do that. Yeah, man. Oh, Symmetry, he got English call up. Up to yesterday, he didn't. Whoa. Big up 1-1. The man out of England. The man who calls me. Man in Luther. Yeah. Yeah, Dre, anyways, I think that the Panama game, we have to put it in context. Many things went wrong. Like the Panama game, and I said it to people, I think with the exception of that game we played in Japan, I think the Panama game is the worst I've ever seen a Jamaican team. And so, yeah, given that, you understand me? Yeah, it's a little bit of a, yeah. Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec, people. Hold on a sec. Yeah, sorry about that, people. You know, we're making arrangements, right? Yes, I think the Panama game is not the best game to look at the program and set it up, right? Um, yeah, to judge the team. Don't worry, people. You could be surprised. You could be seeing this man very soon and very soon. Mr. Ricardo Baby Gardner, you hear, sir? The people are asking for you, right? The people are asking for you. That's what you have to do, you know, people. You have to put up the names that you want to see so we can give them a shout out. And they will respond, you know. A lot of them are hearing and watching the content. They're seeing what is going on. We must win. Panama is likely to win both their games, so we cannot afford to fall further behind at this stage. 6 points. Agree, 1-1. Agree. Minimum 4 points is needed. 6 is absolutely fantastic. I'll make some contacts through. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. All right, you can use this number. Let me give you a number. Or you can go on the Instagram page. Our handle is I Am Sure Sports, and if you reach out there, we can do things. Or this is the I Am Sure Sports contact number that you can reach out to us. And then once you do that, then you know you can connect us with any of the veterans or ask them to reach out to us at that number. All right, that's the number for the channel right there. Okay. Okay, so Fitzroy saying thanks again, Fitzroy, that he has replaced Rashford. Whoa, that's very good because I thought he has been playing very well for Arsenal. You know, I still don't have him as one of the better youngsters in England, but he has really, really been playing well, and I think he deserves this call up. I think this is what Jamaica needs to do. Take a little bit, right? Like we need to we need to take a little bit from the English. When they see a player on form, they play them. They call them into the team. I think sometimes we have too many question marks. Like if Nico Brett is in form, call him up. Give him a one call up. If Nicky Daly, one of the things I love about the English system, for the most part, is that they always seem to be calling up the players once they're on form. And I'd love to see that happen more with the national team. Once the players are on form in some of these leagues, like when Kaim Paris was on form, call him up. Call him into the team. It seemed to be the way that most of the bigger teams operate. They call up the people when they are in form. What happened to Paul Pringle? I remember he was a baller in Manning Cup back in the day, But I tell you, listen, people, I don't know all of the ball of them. You know. Paul Pringle, I don't know. Maybe if he has a nickname, probably I'll know that. Right? Yeah. So, but I don't know Paul Pringle. Okay. And then remember also, you know, that it is, and I'm not saying that people are not legend, but the thing is called Legends Corner, right? So at the end of the day, is the player a legend in the Jamaica footballing landscape? That's what we have to ask ourselves. Right? Yeah. All right. Very good point, 1-1. All right, people. So let me help, because some of us keep saying that this player and that player. Listen, let me tell you again. I would say a portion of the players who are in England, the Jamaicans, let me call them that, the Jamaicans in England, a portion of them, if they know that they stand a chance of playing for England, the likelihood of them representing Jamaica decreases significantly. I want us to understand that. It decreases significantly, right? See a set of name, Fuller, Claude Davis, Donovan Ricketts, Joby McAnuff, Demari, Philip, Naira Nosworthy. Get them interviews, boss. All right? Yeah. All right. Can get the past player name Theodore. Can't recall his last name. Oh, Theodore Whitmore, man. Definitely. But when we get Theodore Whitmore, we want to talk about his playing football. We're not here to discuss coaching the national team and player selection. We're talking about from him start playing high school football. All right. The Legends Corner is going to focus on honoring the person's footballing career. We're not here to dig into their failures. Like, I don't want anybody leave the Legend Corner interview and felt like a disservice was done to their legacy. It is to pay tribute to their success. All right? Yeah. El Salvador is a good team, but we have to win both games if we want to have a chance of going forward. Agree, Tennessee. England playing San Marino and Albania still. They can call up anyone for those games, even one Bissaka. Is this a Liverpool man? Liverpool man. All right with the Liverpool man. They talk about calling up one Bissaka. Liverpool man. Liverpool man, behave. Balakar saying that. Balakar, you know what? I don't understand, Balakar. I have to call you out in a Balakar. Balakar, I had on one of Trelawney's best footballers. And I never saw you on the stream, Balakar. I never saw you on the stream. How did that happen? How did that happen, Balakar? How can Kazman Jasper Williams be on the stream, Balakar, and you don't come on? Yeah. Yeah, you know, I tried to reach out to Desmond Smith. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But like I said, that if you have contact with these persons, you just do that. You reach out to them, tell them they can contact me on Instagram, or you can give me their numbers by contacting me on Instagram, and I will talk to them. All right. So here's somebody answering you. Thanks for the Sauti. Ron Juggler Smith passed away years ago, at least 5 years or more now. Whoa, you see these things, man. Yeah, but we need Holgate from England. Does Holgate need Jamaica though? Yeah. Does he need? Yeah. Okay. So I like this point. You saying that true in most cases, but there are people that would accept a recall straight away though. Agreed. I think I would say the second tier of the talent, like the top tier players, would prefer to wait, especially when they are young. And I don't have no problems with that. Like a 21-year-old at the top of their game would rather wait 4 more years for an England call up than to commit to Jamaica at that time. And that is why we're going to find that we get players 27 and over to come from England, because at the prime or the peak of their career, most of them are going to wait on England, and we can't blame them enough. So normally we are going to get in the top the younger players we are going to get will be like under 20s in the academy, but the players who are breaking into the top Premier League teams, they are going to wait on England call up, which is fine, and you can't knock them for that. We should keep a tab on them so that if the opportunity arises, then we can. There you go. Chadsy Hines, yeah, man. We're trying to reach out to Noah Sterling and Alan Latti of SEBA. But like I said, get us the info, man. Get us the info and we'll reach out. Get us, do the groundwork for us. Yeah. One saying, I can guarantee you, put me in a room with certain people, they will come and play for Jamaica. I guarantee you. Salesman skill. We have people in JFF recruiting that can sell fish to a shop. But one, aren't you in England, man? You are in England, so why not do some marketing? Awesome, yeah, man. So you saw the number. WhatsApp it, man. WhatsApp it. WhatsApp the number. Yeah, there's a number. So you just WhatsApp the number, and I'll reach out to the player. Yeah, man. Yeah, Balakar. I was surprised, Balakar, that your coach was on the stream, Balakar, and so many persons from Chilani. And Balakar, you were not on the stream. That not look good, Balakar. Maybe because he had you on the bench. Lots and lots of time. Yeah. All right, people. In the meantime, until our guests come on, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop the link. So some of you, if you want, you can join the stream. When you join the stream, you know, this way you don't have to call. You can join the stream. Here's what you do. If you fix your phone, you set your phone like this, it gives a better shot. All right. And, you know, you keep your camera on so we can keep the quality of the video up. We have our guests coming on, but I'm going to drop the link so you can come on and, you know, share your thoughts on the Jamaica El Salvador game. So we're getting it to the interactive part. No, it's 8 minutes after. So here is the question. So this is the giveaway. The first person to answer this question will get some Trick Nick products delivered to them. We are 9 minutes after the hour. So the first question that I am going to ask is, whoa, I'll give you a very good one. I'm going to interview some of these people. Tell me one other player who played with Alan Skillcole in the Veer team that played against KC. The KC team with Trevor Jumpy Harris. So give me one player that was on that KC team with Trevor Jumpy Harris and one player that was on the Veer team with Alan Skillcole. We're going to interview some of these people. I called some of the names earlier. So if you can tell me the names, you will win some Trick Nick products. Let me see who will be the first person to come up with the answer. You can never blame a man for waiting and the call up from the country where he's born. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, yeah, fresh God. All right. Want some young legends too in a man's man. Scaro. We need that. Who is Scaro? What happened? Mr. Man too. They are legend. Mr. Man is a legend. A young legend. Yeah, I don't know if he's a young legend, man. One, you can tap a friend first because of quality. Hey, Jaros. All right, so we have our first guest joining us this morning. There are people that want to play for Jamaica first, though they are a minority, but definitely agree totally. Come on, hit the like button, the people. Man, Jamaica have young ballers in the country that can fit the bill at the required investment. Yeah, I agree. We need to invest in some of the younger ballers in Jamaica. Listen, the only way we're going excel is if we do that. If we um if the if we build the talent that we have in Jamaica from the under 15 level. I'm going to invite the guests to come on. Mr. Sewell, sir.
How you doing, man? I'm here. How you doing?
We had a giveaway. Hold on. We had a giveaway about who played with Alan Skill. All right. Robert, we had a giveaway, right? So the question was who played with Alan Skill Cole in that Veer team that played with Casey and with Jumpy Harris. You remember that big match between Veer and Casey in the 80s? Was it in the 80s? Or it was in the 70s, 76 or somewhere there?
That was probably in the 70s, man.
In the 76, right? I think it was 76, but Lincoln Shell Robinson played with Alan Skill Cole and Neville Oxford played with Jumpy Harris in that team. And Bob Campbell was also on that Skill Cole team for Veer. So our winner is Robert Sanchez. So Robert Sanchez, you know, all you have to do, you have the number, you just text me your detail and your address, and we will have your package sent off to you. You'll get a nice, some nice jerk stuff for Thanksgiving. So bless up, congratulations to our winner. All right. All of you got, you're late, man. Go to Thompson, Neville Oxford, but somebody answered already and got through. So you guys are late. All right, Dean, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. How you doing, man?
Oh, somebody's asking. Bunny's man as a man that played for Constance. What about Kibaki Holloway? It will be a very good interview because it's Kibaki entertainer, you know. We start playing football very early, you know. People don't realize that, you know. Right, Dean. He stopped.
Yeah, man. He stopped playing. He stopped playing somewhere about in the 2000s.
Yeah,
early
he stopped
2000s.
playing. Yeah. So talk to us, man. Well, welcome to the show. Good day. Hope you're having a good morning. Yes, your screen has the I don't know if you're using the phone, but you normally, you know, when you turn it like this, you get a better view because it's a very narrow view.
Oh, you get a wider view. You get a narrow view now. No, I'm not using the phone actually. I'm using the iPad.
Oh, so
let
you
me
need
see if turning it this way.
There you go. Fabulous.
But then I have to raise it because you're gonna get me cut out. Okay. Here we are. Hold on. Yeah. Let me just adjust this. Okay.
Yeah, man. So talk to us. I mean, people, we have Dean Sewell again. So we're going. Oh, it was in the 60s, right? That those games were played. But I'm going to come to some of your comments, right? So we're just going to talk to Dean about El Salvador, what his thoughts are, and then I'll come back to some of the comments. In the meantime, just listen and just keep hitting the like button. All right. So we're going to give him some time, and then if you want to call in afterwards, you can. All right. So Dean, I mean, I know you have never played against El Salvador, but you have been to El Salvador.
No, I played against them in the stadium.
Oh, you did?
But I didn't actually play in the away game.
In the away game. Okay. Right. What kind of team you know them to be, and what is it like playing in El Salvador?
Well, one of the things our players have to be prepare for it. I'm pretty sure they will be, and the coaching staff from experience will more than likely kind of give them that information. Is the mental preparation once you get there? Because I remember when we got there, they had to put up like a 1 mile radius barrier preventing spectators and supporters from coming close to the hotel. Right?
Yeah.
They had to implement a 1 mile radius, no entry zone.
So that spectators couldn't get close to the hotel?
Right, because it's practically because of the nice ordinance. Because what they will do, their supporters will do, is just make noise, like non-stop noise, drums, music, whatever it is. They'll do, especially at night, during the night hours, which will then affect your rest. Also, one of the things that they also did, I'm not going to say they, but one of the things that also happened, they, what you would have called unleash females inside the hotel, and especially on your floor.
Oh.
Right. To, again, if you're not focused and you lose sight of the job at hand, you can easily get sucked into something nefarious, which would, they generally use every tactical advantage they can implement or apply.
So hold on. So the hotel allow them to check in females on the
Well, I'm
floor
not saying the hotel allow. Well, you
don't. You don't know.
You don't know, but I'm
generally,
I'm just telling you what we saw during our time. I'm not sure it's going to be any different because everyone trying to gain some form of competitive advantage.
Yeah.
Right? You see, we are accustomed in Jamaica to play by the rule and to be hospitable.
Yeah.
To the incoming team or to the visiting team. But in the World Cup qualifiers, you don't get that generally in a friendly game. You get it when the competition means something. Right? One of the other things they had supporters doing, whether you believe in it or not, they came to the field. They had what you call the troll dolls in the team in the Jamaica jersey with your number and your name, and they would prick it and all of them things. They're like a voodoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What they call them thing? There's some they call it Ouija visit. Is that
right?
Yeah. Okay. Whoa.
So they had spectators coming to, not like the federation does it in or says go out and do it, but you have spectators trying to give their team advantages. So again, it plays within the psyche of your preparation and your focus. When we got to the stadium, same thing. They had like powder coming down on us when we're getting out the bus and all those kind of stuff.
What kind of powder?
It's really a mental warfare. When
what kind of powder?
You don't know. But again, if you see the pricks and the doll pricking and your name and your number and your this, you know what I'm saying? It kind of plays into the psyche.
In your mental, yeah.
Of your mental. So, now, let's say all of that happen. And you twist your ankle. Now, it's even worse. You start to say, but how did twist my ankle in a normal circumstance?
Worse if you look up there and see the doll, I'm going to touch the doll in
the So, it's those little things, when you go away to play, and especially in the Central American and South American places, in competition like these, where the outcome or the result is of great significance to either program. You're going to face those kind of things.
So what about people who say that those things, the game has gotten professional and those things don't happen anymore?
The game has always been professional. It doesn't take away that. It's their competitive advantages. Okay, let's give an example now.
It happened with England, I remember that the English team, they had some incident probably months ago where some players had prostitute in their rooms, and it was said that they were sent in. The thought was that it was the opponent.
It happens.
Who,
it happens.
Yeah, so it still happens.
It happens. Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
So we can't run away from that fact. It's just that we have to be mentally prepared and disciplined enough to adhere to our personal protocols that we want to use in order to give ourselves the best chance of going in the game 100%.
Yeah. So have you ever seen where some of these practices affected the team in any way, shape or form? Like you can tell that probably this particular player was affected.
No,
you know,
well,
got according to your words, got sucked in by the ladies, or maybe one got
during
scared
our
because
tenure,
of the powder.
we never had that. What I can tell you though, from and this is personally, right? Is that the noise, even though they had the 1 mile radius thing implemented,
Yeah.
the noise was like it was right at the window, same way.
Okay.
So mentally, it takes you a little time before you fall asleep, and you really have to lock in and get some rest. You understand what I'm saying? So these things do happen in international competition. People might not know that, or might not understand the dynamics of it, or the reason for it, or the rationales of it, but it happens. Every team is going to try to figure out how they can best gain some form of competitive advantage, even outside of the sphere of the field. And we can't deny that. So we have to be mentally equipped, right? Focus enough, discipline enough in our execution of such plan.
Yeah. All right. So the other question then is that, so all of that happened pre-game. No,
Right.
it's game day. Spectators are there. How do the spectators, or the influence of the spectators, kind of change the game for a Jamaican team? And I ask that question because it is believed that when we go to South America, there always seem to be, not necessarily El Salvador, some red card happening, or some calls that seem like so unfair, and all of the diving, and the like the up in face kind of thing, all of those things seem to always happen in El Salvador, Guatemala, like the Honduras.
No, one of the things is, to be honest, players know more than ever plays for the whistle or for the touch. So you go near a player, that's his advantage. He might try for dive. We have to be aware of that. But that can't stop you from play.
Yeah.
Now, you're going to get some tackle where you're going to open a man's face. That is expected in any given game. So that not really go towards Central America or South America per se. They are a little bit more aggressive, right? Again, because of probably their passion to the game and how they play the game. They have cheeky tackles. They have style. They'll come close to you and then flap. You understand what I'm saying? So these things are going to happen. We're going to get cards if we play outside of the rules of the game and the ref deem it. Because no matter their actions, if the ref doesn't deem it card worthy, you're not going to get the card.
Okay.
You understand? So the giving of card is totally upon the
onus is on the player.
Of what the referee believes the infringement was and to what degree the infringement is, if it warrant a card or not.
And people say they throw urine, they throw liquid stuff that sometimes people believe is urine, and they throw coins. Well,
we experienced that during our times in Costa Rica. They throw pennies at you when you come to the sideline, because the difference with our facilities are the facility that we use in
far from the field.
The spectators are real far away from the field. In these games, the spectators are practically on top of you. You understand? It's soccer specific, so they literally depend on the line. So you have a high fence.
Yeah.
That goes up, and you're probably about, I want to say, 10 yards, 5 to 10 yards, the first set of seating in the stands is away from the field. So they have close access. And then one of the things they would do is throw a bunch of toilet paper. Well, it's part of the celebration too. Them light stuff behind the field and all of them to throw whatever pyrotechnic lights, smoke bombs behind the field and all of them stuff there. So I get is a part of their competitive advantage. And their players used to it because they even do it in their club leagues too.
Okay, so they are used to it, right?
Yeah, so their players are accustomed to it.
But I was when I look at even the records, though, Jamaica seemed to over the years, because I think in that World Cup qualifier we never lost to El Salvador.
No, we tied with them in El Salvador and won 1-0
out here, right? So we normally get
we lost to Costa Rica 3-1 in Costa Rica, and we beat them 1-0 in Jamaica.
And we lost to Mexico.
And we lost to Mexico in Mexico.
And then drew out here.
Right.
And then we draw with the USA.
We draw with the USA on both ends. And then we beat Canada and drew with Canada. Beat Canada home, draw with them away. All right.
So what I mean, what is the El Salvadorian team like? Because I mean, from what you have seen over the years, we can,
well, I can't go with what I've been kind of watching some clips with them, trying to figure out where we can gain some advantages. One of the things we can do from what I've seen so far, right? And set pieces, that can be critical for us. And set pieces, we can use that to our advantage because of our size.
Or on height.
Yeah, our height and size. That's one of the things we can use, and we should use to our advantage.
Because they are generally shorter. They are generally shorter players.
Yeah, shorter in stature, right?
Yeah.
Also, when they're defending, if we can defend, if we can attack in numbers and quick, we have an advantage there. They don't have that much space.
Okay.
Yeah.
They play fast, but they are slow.
Right. You see,
okay.
They have play. I'm talking about in the back, amongst their back four.
Yeah.
Right. So if we can attack them quickly and try to get the ball within the seams and play a really move, and we have to attack with numbers. We can't attack with 2 and 3 players. Right. So we have to force them on their back heels.
Okay. So how would you set up a team? Like, how do you get a team to play in a way that they attack in numbers? Or can you use any formation and still attack in numbers? Are there certain formations that are more specifically designed to give you numbers in attacking?
No, it is actually the offensive commitment of the offensive players, to get there, Right?
Okay.
If you go with a 4-3-3, you already started 3 at the top, but remember also defensively they have to come back. So when we gain possession, those players have to know we are an offense. You understand what I'm saying? If we play a 4-4-2, we know we're going to make sure we try mentally. This is mentally. We try mentally to make sure when we attacking, if the ball go down the line, we have 2 and 3 people. When we get into the offensive third, right, we have numbers. We're not holding reserve. Say, okay, we're not going 5 back. It's a commitment to get there, to do the job. So we can't just get there and then we stall in our movement. It has to be persistent because we are the offensive team until we lose possession. Now, once we lose possession, it is imperative of us, right, to transition in defense smoothly and quickly. Because they play with speed and they try to counter you if they find that's available. And the same thing they do. I was watching them with the USA last night. They're playing in seams and they have players moving all over the place to try and get behind you.
Oh, so there's a lot of movement with the El Salvadoran team.
Right. So defensively, we have to be disciplined as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know that they'll be like a thanks to the person who sent this, but yeah, it is verified that they have one of their best defenders red carded and the next player, one of their other defenders, central defenders, who will be out of the game as well. And because of some of these same issues that you spoke about earlier, they will not be having fans behind the goals, but there still will be some amount of fans, I think, in the stadium. But
In the
FIFA
stadium, right.
has sanctioned them. I mean, maybe that could work in Jamaica, you know, in terms of an advantage.
Anytime you go, any time you leave your country and to go play a game that have this magnitude, and the less fun they have is probably better for you. And if they have no fun, it's probably even way more better for you. Okay. Because you take away that one added advantage and possibly intimidation factor from the game.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, you have played in the Jamaican setup. You have been watching the team and following the team. What do you think? I mean, in your opinion, because it is your opinion.
Listen, we have a job to do, and if everybody have to be on board with whatever plan is going to be implemented.
Yes.
Right. Because I think we have been playing. If we decide to play the same way as going long, say 70% of the time from back to front, we're going to have to play a high press. So that way we'll lock them up in their half or in the between the middle third and the attacking third.
Yeah.
We can decide if we're going to decide to go long and then give up possession based on numbers and play a low press defense. We're probably in.
We'll give them too much room because we're going to give them too much room in the middle of the park.
We're probably in for a long night.
Yeah. So your thoughts would be if you go.
We don't want to invite on ourselves, but at the same time, you don't want to be reckless.
Yeah.
You understand? You don't want to be reckless in how you attack, which end up hurting you defensively, right?
Yeah.
Everything has to work in sync. The players have to stay connected. The defensive unit has to stay connected to the midfield unit, who has to stay connected to the attack, the forward unit. If we play like that, we'll be fine. But if we play a stretch where we have a
lot of space in between the lines. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Because they play the ball a lot. They have good technical passers, good movement off the ball, good touch on the ball. They have a few players with good skill set, to attack spaces 1v1 and all of that stuff. So we have to be mindful of that. And again, that comes down to your defensive duty as a player. Really and truly as a player. What we have to try and do, and I always say this, what we have to try and do, if you try to win your individual battle offensively and defensively, then collectively as a group, you can win the game.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to DJ Fatal is saying, what would your starting 11 be against El Salvador, Mr. Sewell?
I haven't seen the
squad.
I have to see the complement of players that they have before I would really try to select.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. I mean, if you, I didn't know, because I'd have sent you the squad. I didn't know that would have gone through. You understand me? All right. So, but we're gonna have an next show at some point, people, when we probably can have Dean look at the squad and analyze and make it. But I like, determine that. Because we have some squad builder thing that we could use and go through where we could actually tell you like the names of the players. If you want, that's an exercise we can do. We don't have to. We can put it on the screen and then select our starting 11.
No, you can do that. Let me see if we can pick it out.
All right. So let's do that now. All right. So but you have to tell me what formation you think we, because again this is not people. Whatever we do is not Coach Whitmore. This is us. You see that on screen?
All right.
That's the squad. So now that we have the squad, I can give you the names as we go. But But you have to tell me what formation you'd use.
I say you have your goalkeeper, Blake Barnes White.
Well, Barnes is out and Miller has come in.
Okay. Well, it no matter who out at this point. Blake name is there, so it's him going to be the starting goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Low more Mariappa.
Kemar Lawrence, Greg Lee.
I don't know Lee, but I'd go with Lawrence. I'll go with Fisher.
All right. So yes, this is the updated one. Fisher.
All right.
Fisher, you have Javian Brown. Let me call out the names for you.
I would probably go with Williams. No, I'm seeing it.
Oh.
I would probably go with Williams as a holding midfielder. You see now them have winger, left winger, striker. This is all right. So from what I see here,
the easiest thing to do is yes. Go ahead.
We have. So from the way they put this list, is a 4-4-2 setup. This,
based on the squad selection.
Yeah, based on the squad selection.
All right.
Because you have two central attacking midfielder.
All right. So we have the squad. Hold on.
Two right winger.
Yeah. We have
right?
So we have
you have a left winger. And you have a striker. I don't see nothing we say right mid or left mid.
Okay. All right. So
you see where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
I don't see nothing that I see a central defensive midfielder. I see a central attacking midfielder. I see a right wing, a left wing.
All right. No, I think what they're saying is that there are three CDMs. Grant, that is Anthony Grant, Javian Watson, and Devon Speedy Williams. Then they have three central attacking midfielder. Ravel Morris are two. Ravel Morris and Walker.
So from
Lamar.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if the way this is presented, you're going to use two holding midfielder. So right away you can tell from, if I'm going by just the labeling of the positions that they give you into this setup, they're going to go with a 4-3-3.
4-3-3.
Yeah, that's what they're going to go with.
All right, so let's go 4-3-3. Let's see if we can find that formation. Somewhere here, 4. Yeah, all right, there you go. I think that's 4-3-3. All right. So now that we have the 4-3-3, all right. So we know that Blake going to be in goal, right?
Right.
So we have no question about that. Blake is going to be in goal. And people, this is not. None of us are in coach with more as a head. So we just selecting the team, and this is just our opinion. All right. So you understand me? Don't take this. Oh, hold on, that's it. Let me just get this going. All right. Andre Blake. F5. What is going on here now?
All right, I'll go with Moore Mariappa, center back.
Moore. All right.
Moore and Mariappa.
Liam, let me see. Liam Moore.
Yeah, guys, I'm having my center back, right? Yeah.
All right, hold on. I think I need to. Let me just close this and let me just restart it and see if I can get it. This thing choose the wrong day if you give me a problem, All right, there we go. 4-3-3. 4-3-3. All right. So let's go. Andre Blake. Then you said Moore.
Yeah, I'll probably go with Moore or Mariappa.
Liam Moore. Let's put in that name. All right. All right. I think I can share this so you can see because I want you to see what we're doing. So let me just share it so you can see as we go through. Share screen, and select this right here. Are you seeing that now, Dean?
Yeah.
All right. So there you go. All right. So, all right. Then you have left back. You have Greg Lee and Kemar Lawrence.
For experience, maybe go with Lawrence.
All right. So that's Kemar Lawrence. And then at right back, you have Alvas Powell, Fisher, and O'Neal Fisher. Okay. Yeah. All right. So CDM, you have Anthony Grant, Javane Watson, and Speedy Williams. So I think you're using 2 CDM.
I know I would use Williams, Speedy Williams, that'll be one of them.
I think Grant is going to be the other one. Anthony Grant. That's a 34-year-old from Swindon.
All right, so me give him him that.
He has started in all the games that since he has been here.
Right. So since he has started all of the game for consistency, you give Grant.
And this would be a number 10.
This should be
You have Lamar Walker, Ravel Morrison. I don't know if Kemar Roof can play there as well.
Well, they don't have Roof there now, but I would have probably put Roof right there. So.
You'd have put Roof?
Yeah. They don't have him in that.
But that's where you would play him?
Right. They have him on the outside, and then they use Bailey.
Bailey? All right.
Yeah.
What side? I don't matter.
No, I'll put him out on the left side.
On the left?
Yeah.
All right. Leon. On the left. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
And this is totally dependent upon his fitness.
Yeah. Okay. And then on the right, you have Bobby Reed, Javon East, Junior Fleming, Corey Burke.
For this game, me da use Shamar. What's Bowser name?
Shamar Nicholson.
Yeah, me da put Bowser. Me da start Bowser.
Out here? All right.
No, man, not outside, you know.
Up front?
Up top. Yeah, central, yeah.
Okay. And okay. So all right.
And
so Reed, who you playing?
And Reed outside.
Bobby Reed. All right. All right. So there you go. All right. So that's that's your team.
I know people would say, okay, why not Antonio and all of that? But if that's always a change that you can make at halftime or within the game. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all right. I think that is your. I mean, and this is where I think the struggle is, because some people want to see Ravel start where Roof is, but Roof has been so good that where you're going to put him.
Like, here's why I put Roof there. From watching him play, the kind of movement that I would be expecting he does that blindly to put a little bit more pressure on the defensive unit coming from the middle.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. A very good point. I don't know. I think like this is where no, I would play a 3-5. If I were the coach, I'd play a 3-5-2.
Yeah, because that will give you a little bit more offensive trust. And
there
then
you go. And I don't want to start like
and if we would have go with a 3-5-2, right?
Yeah.
You would have used one holding midfielder, right?
Right.
And two interior midfielders.
Midfielders. There you go. Because you have the two outside wing. Right.
And then you have the two outside players now that is going to give you full offensive thrust.
Yeah.
Right, going forward. So again, it totally dependent upon.
Yes. So I would play. All right. So that's your team. Let me show you that. Like I said, I would go 3. I would probably opt for a not that. I'm trying to find let me just minimize this and see if I can find it, and then let me just bring down the size a little bit, and then let me show you what I would do. 3. Oh, you find the 3-5-2 now. 3-5-2, right? So that's 3 in the back.
Right.
Which is, something more like this. And then now we'll change. I would change some of the personnel because of this formation.
Well, the formation that you use going to significantly affect the person.
There you go. All right, so
because now you could have Mariapa and low mark and more sit.
All right, so let me go through. So this is what if I were the coach, but I am not. But this is what I would do. I would play low in the back 3.
No, I'm saying it depends on how you're going to play the 3.
Okay.
You see where I'm coming from? If you're going to play the 3 with one being a sweeper, low would be a marker, Mariapa be a marker, and more sit.
And more sit, right? So which is like this.
No, more sit deep. So he's the cover guy. He have no.
Yeah, man. So right, but it don't allow you to shape it like that. But it's basically this way.
You know, if you do it on the reverse, it will allow you to do it. You see,
on the reverse,
we have the way the formation set up now, right?
Yeah.
It's the only thing you'd have to just pull back Fisher and Kemar back. Then you have 3 in the back. If you put Lower Mariapa in a Bailey spot, Bailey and Bobby Reed spot, then becomes your 2 center back.
No,
I'm just showing you the visual and the reverse.
Oh, how it is shaped. That's what I mean.
The visual and the reverse.
Okay. I don't think I can get it to shape that way. Though. I don't think so. All right.
You see, this is where the creative mind comes in, you know.
Yeah, man, no, but we understand. I understand what you mean. It's just that the program don't allow me.
No, I know the program don't allow you, but you can explain to your
all right.
Your viewers.
So let's go through and then you explain to them. All right. So if we're doing it this way,
so we're the top of the screen will now consider your backline. Okay, so we are talking from north to south instead of from south to north. Right now, the way it is set up from south to north.
Okay.
You see where I'm coming from? Same where Bailey is and where Bobby Reed is, we could have used those in theory, mental theory, as the center backs.
Yeah.
And then where Roof would have then be the holding midfielder. The one holding midfielder. And then Grant and Speedy Williams would have be the 2 interior midfielders, left and right. It's just that the way it's set up now, Kemar Lawrence and O'Neal Fisher, they are high in the attack as the 5th the fullbacks, and you understand what I'm saying? Just a visual cue.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I understand the visuals. All right, but I don't. You see, because I think what is going to happen, is if we do it like that. So because all right, so let me tell you what I have in my mind. All right. So if you use 3 in the back, because what you're basically saying is that Liam Moore would be deeper than
Right.
the other two,
Right.
right? Which would make
So you'd be
when
you'd become a sweeper. So you'd have 2 man
right. So
marker.
he's exactly.
So which was what we did with Pepe and Rudy and Tati sit deep.
Right. And then you
Right.
had Gardner on one side and you on the other side.
Or Malcolm or
Or Malcolm. Right. Which is similar to this. Now, in that formation, you played one CDM.
Right.
Who was Peter Cargill.
Correct.
All right. So Anthony Grant would be that. So Anthony Grant would be that person.
Anthony Grant would then be that person.
Right. So let's see if we can do this. Boom. So Anthony Grant sits here. No. Right. All right. This is where now. How do you construct the rest of the team?
All right.
Because
so
do you go Mikel Antonio Kemaruf, or you go with these two up here instead of Bobby Reed and Leon Bailey?
No, you can go Bailey on the left, in the middle, the left of Grant,
which is here, right?
Right. You can go. You can then use Roof now on the right.
Right.
You see, so and technically he's now still a flank player. You understand from what they
have? But he's inverted because you have Fisher who can go on the outside.
Yeah, Fisher who can go on the outside.
Shemar and then up front, and then but we don't have Shemar. So up front, who is a point man? Are you using?
You would have a point man because remember you'd have 2.
Right. Who are the 2 point persons?
So now you could have go with
Antonio,
Nicholson, and Antonio.
Okay. All right. So let's try that. M.I. Mikel Antonio. And all right. Let me see because People with the boy, I don't know what just happened. All right.
Me alone left on the screen, man.
I am telling you, I just don't know. We just get dash away. I just got thrown away, people. Hold on it because me have
Maybe
a
them no want you implement your system.
yeah, the way I tell you, the people them burn out the system. So here I know. I have to go over this side because we all are try start a next stream. People bear with me, all right? Somebody out there has a problem with what I am doing. And because they have a problem with what I'm doing, you understand me? They just come in and just mess up the thing. But we are back, right? Thank you all for waiting. And the voodoo dolls them cause that deal. Somebody have pressed some voodoo dolls. Yeah, but where are we? Where are we, Dean? We had the you hearing me?
Yeah, man. We were trying to put together your with
My
the
11. Okay,
right,
all right. So let's see if we can get that again. And people, tell me what you think about this. What are your thoughts on this particular starting 11? If this is based on the squad selection and who we're playing, and this is just for the El Salvador game. If this would be the you know a good squad to play, playing a what you call that, a
3-5-2.
3-5-2 basically,
or 5-3-2, whichever one.
or 5-3-2.
This basically give you some defensive security because you don't have to worry about the two central backs. One marking, one dropping with two people coming forward, and then you understand what I'm saying. So it gives you the idea of some security because you have one guy that should always be free and only would pick up if absolute necessary in case of a counter or something to that effect. You go man to man.
Yeah, okay.
Right? And then you would have Grant, because what happened, Grant would now be responsible totally for their central defensive attacking midfielder.
Yeah.
Depending on where the ball is, right? You have Fisher or Lawrence would be pick up or be extra coverage on the weak side, or they could step in and do a marking job too on one of the incoming midfielders.
Yeah.
And offensively now, it would give you 5 to 7 guys.
Yeah.
On offense.
When you're going offensively. Okay.
Right.
Okay. But how long do you, because Shamar and like Mikel has never played, Leon and Kemar never played, or Grant, how much time you think players need to like get a system like this working?
Well, if you never do it before, it is you understand, because everything going cohesiveness and how best the players can complement each other.
Yeah.
You understand? So it go back to even some of what we previous points where everybody been making, that cohesiveness means something.
Yeah. Some persons are saying that we should start Devon Williams. This person is saying that we should start Devon Williams instead of Kemar Roof. But it's a very tough one because Kemar Roof has been playing really well.
Right. I would have start. If anybody to come out of that setup would have been Grant. It would be Roof.
It would be Grant for who? For Speedy?
For Williams, yeah.
Well, I think Grant is the only ball winner in the middle of the park.
Speedy does that job too.
Really?
Yeah, man, he does it.
I think Grant I mean does more in terms of ball winning than Speedy. So I would
well, that's what I'm explaining to you now. The way you have it set up on it, you want a complementary player. And you could have go as far as, to be honest, if you're looking offensively, is take Fisher out and put Bobby Reed in.
Oh, okay. So you're saying that one of the other options would be remove Fisher from that side
Right.
And put Bobby Reed in there. But isn't that creating more offense?
You see, now where it comes in, it depends on what you're trying to achieve out of the game. And how soon they want to achieve it and should. You understand?
Okay.
Right.
All right. So let's see if we can do that. Let's see if we can put Bobby Reed over here. Let's see. All right. So I think yeah.
And one of the only reasons why you can afford to do that is because you practically have 3 in the back with a sweep.
Right. So you have a lot of cover. Right. You have a lot of coverage, so you can be more offensive.
With that. Offensive coverage.
Yeah. I think this is all right. So somebody said Owen is saying Dean planned to outscore the opposition like that. It's really true. That's a farmer baller. Don't always make a good coach. Don't drop Grant and use Speedy. Oh, because he's saying
again,
that.
No, I'm not. I'm just speaking in concept. Listener, I'm not. Yeah. I'm not a. I'm a complete football coach, you know. So, and mind. So I'm using complementary players. I'm not saying to drop Grant. I'm saying from what Manning's saying, right? Take who you would take out. I'm saying Speedy Williams can do the job just like Grant. So you swap. You're not swapping apple for orange. You only swap with apple for orange would have been Bobby Reed for Fisher.
Right. So you're leaving everybody else. Yeah.
That is the only apple for orange. I'm just saying, those are options that you can look at. But I would have used Fisher because he have the natural defensive tendencies and him always in position than Bobby Reed.
Right. Oh, so defensively, Fisher, you believe, gives you more than Bobby Reed.
He gives you some offense. He gives you some offense, but he has the natural defensive tendencies. So I'm not going to leave myself exposed in its entirety to go for. And in a game like that, and if you ask me personally, I'd go with probably 4-4-2.
Oh, you'd prefer, right. So you, based on the squad that you have seen, you'd prefer to play 4-4-2.
Right.
Okay. All right. We can find that and work with it. This is a 4-4-2. But this now would mean that you go back to O'Neal Fisher.
Fisher to me would be a constant. And I'm just giving options if the mindset if you want to do X versus if you want to do Y. Or what kind of trust we want to put in the game to get goals early and then we can come back. Or should the game get out, look like it's getting away from us. 1-2-0, we want to get ourselves back in the game.
There are other options you have that you can go with.
That we can look into, that we can do.
Yeah. I think this is how you'd who would you play on the right?
Right there.
Like if you're playing, because this is how the 4-4-2 would look. Based on the players that we were looking at a while ago. Oh, you're not seeing it. You're not seeing it. All right. So let me show you what the 4-4-2 would look like. And then you can tell me, based on that formation, what are the personnel that best fit it? Based on this, you should be seeing it now. So,
All right. Now, if you go with 4-4-2, and you're going to go with, you're not necessarily going to go with 2 holding midfielder. Because all that setup now, you'd probably now put Reed above Grant, or put Reed on the right and Roof above Grant.
Oh, so you play almost like a diamond.
I would have played a diamond.
Okay, I see.
Because if you play a flat 2 as a CDM, right?
Yes.
Then you go have some form of gap in between the striker. One of them would have to advance. into the offensive side of the game.
Right. Which would be speedy.
I would use speed in that case.
Okay.
I would use speed in that case.
Okay. Would you use a Ravel Morris?
Honestly, I would have more bring on Ravel.
Oh, you'd bring him on. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Listen, people. Remember, people, that it is different. What Dean is doing is saying that here are different options and different way. And like the problem with 4-4-2 is this is the formation I think we attempted against Panama. And that's why I was asking Dean, like, how long does it take players to play in a particular format? Like,
all right.
Yeah, you understand me? Like, as a coach, if you want to implement a new formation, how long does it take the players to know their roles within that formation to play it effectively?
Honestly,
the coach, like even the coach has said, for example, that boy, I need some more time.
The game is when Friday.
Yeah.
We are the players now.
The players, everybody should be in El Salvador today. Like some should be here now, getting ready to leave, and the others are on their way. So everybody should be there today.
Okay, let's have a get all the players in tomorrow morning. If you got whatever system you're gonna use, or philosophy of offense and defense you're gonna use, you start put it into practice. You walk it through, you jog it through, you do it with the ball, and you do it without the ball.
Yeah.
You understand? So you'd have tomorrow is one. You could have get one session. Wednesday you could have get a double session. Walk through in the morning, play through it in the evening. Thursday, you do light work, walk through, and then you gotta at the same time do blackboard work and all of that stuff.
They do blackboard anymore, or they just use like a lot of computers and like watch clips, or they don't do that anymore, and analytics and stuff?
No, but
they still do.
They still use the boards.
Okay.
They're still gonna use that.
So you would say like today is no training. What about jet
No,
lag?
because you're not gonna have the full complement of what you need. So you get in there and you have a practice today. You'd have to get there like early morning.
Okay, so tomorrow would be the first practice. So does jet lag affect players?
Huh?
Like in this case, like the players, if they get in today.
No, that's why I say you can do a walkthrough.
Tomorrow.
Right, you can do your regular setup, walk through the drill, jog through the drill, light play. But at least them start to get the idea of what you want them to do in the mind.
Okay.
Because at no point you're gonna go 100% in the practice though, because remember players travel, jet lag, all of them kind of thing. So you just prepare the mind. You know what I mean? Then you gotta play a game maybe for 20 minutes. 30 minutes.
Okay. One of the other things I want to ask, like with these games, so the players get in, they have the sessions and the play, like, and you have a next game. Do you leave immediately after the game to get back, or do you allow them to recoup where they are and then get back? What is the best way? Like in your time, what was based on your experience? I would imagine
they play Friday and then they play when again?
Tuesday. Yeah.
I would make them rest and fly early in the morning.
So they rest on Friday and fly out on Saturday morning early.
What time the game finish?
It's a 9 o'clock game, so you know that is by the time I get probably back to hotel, it's morning. It's like morning, Saturday morning, like 1 or so.
So them catch a flight midday, 10 o'clock Saturday, to get back to Jamaica, adequate time, relax. Them have Sunday for go through Monday.
For the game on Tuesday.
Right.
Okay. The other question I want to ask is like, what part of the team play is down to the coach and what part is down to the player? Because at the end of the day, you can give the players the instructions. When certain things doesn't go right, what aspect of it players need to take responsibility for. Or when you look at it, you can say, well, it is a coach or the, you understand me? That's the question, because sometimes I know, Dean, that maybe it is the players. Yeah.
Remember I said this, I always say this. There's one variable every player can control and have absolute control over. Right? And it's your effort. Your spirit to play and your effort that you give. That's the one variable every single player can control. Effort. You understand? So if the effort is there, the spirit to play is there, the players are 20% or a certain level of percentage in. You can put it as 50% in. No. Remember, the coach wants you to play a certain way. Or ask you to give you certain responsibilities. Right? That's another factor. Then you have instincts of a player that you're going to implement, because some of the times it not going to go exactly how, because you don't know what the other team is going to do to offset that. So instinctively, as a player, you have to make your play. Again, you're playing within the team concept, but instinctively, you're going to still be your individual self.
Yeah.
Right? Now, if the coach recognizes, okay, what I'm trying to do or what we want to do, we keep and it is not working, not because of the players not carrying out instruction, but because the other team is offsetting that, then you can go to a plan B.
Right. Makes sense.
You understand? But you cannot.
Yeah.
We're not going to say, okay, what we're doing not working enough. But if the player is not trying to do what you're trying to implement, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, what you're trying to do is out the door. If the players them don't buy into it and not trying to do it.
Part of what I also noticed now is when I went to the Canada game, and I know even in club football, maybe it's not so much in international football. I don't know. You have more exposure in that era, so maybe you can help me with this. Is that like every component of the game, there's a coach, a designated coach for that component. Like they have a coach, like Klopp has a coach at Liverpool responsible for throwing.
Different eyes in the skies.
Like right, they have a set piece coach. Like one that deals with like you having a set piece, the other one deals with defending against set piece. They have physical trainer. Go ahead.
Even within that, the coach have to know and understand and know all of that, and have some involvement in that.
Right, true. But
you as the person that is responsible for such area, that's where your eyes are going to be focused on.
Yeah, because what I am asking is this, though, you know, because I don't think our coaching complement is as comprehensive as it should be in the present landscape.
We don't have that much assistance in players.
That's what I'm saying in the present landscape. So because if the present head coach has to be analyzing and, you understand me, helping with setting stuff up, throwing, who is the set piece coach? Who is the coach assigned to defensive set pieces, offensive set piece? Who is the person in charge of? Because the time is so short.
No, but all of these would have to be implemented. We are ahead, whether the time short or long.
Yeah.
You understand? Also, one of the things that can get done, you know, even we are ahead of time, you know, is technology time now. You can pull up what you want to pull up, diagram what you want to diagram, right? If you go zone, for example, corner kick, number 1, we're going to the near post. What X player make this? You understand? You diagram it just like how you diagram the formation. Yeah. Right? And then you use the ball now to say, okay, when the ball go here, this player is going to go here, this player. So them have that visual when them read ahead of time.
Yeah.
Because now, remember, you had books that show your drills, you know.
Yes, right. But yeah, man. Yeah.
You understand? So, and how you learn the drill, it's a number 1, X, number 2, X, number 3. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So if you issue that, and even within the current system and structure, you can have those prints out and you hand it to the players.
To the players, right? So you're saying that way before the players, the players should have the booklet, the tape of how we set up for corners, how we set up for.
There's things that you can do, even if you do have the technical staff, because the coaches are preparing for this game, not when they get the players. You know, they have to be mentally prepared
way before. Yeah.
From weeks before.
Yes.
So these are things that can be implemented, or these are things that they probably do.
Yeah.
So when it come now, and then when it come now to your sessions, you're gonna take your time and walk through them.
Yeah, because I want to know, like, there's no way the coach can have enough time to tell Mikel Antonio where he's supposed to be defending a corner, where he's supposed to be attacking a corner. At the same time, shape how the defense supposed to shape. At the same time, how do we take the throw-ins? At the same, like, there's no way that all of that can be dealt with before.
Throw-ins are basic stuff, man. Set pieces throw-ins are basics. Even though you can have set players and throw-ins, but that is going to be more than likely in certain areas of the field, and depends on if you have a guy that can throw the ball 50 yards or 30 yards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So throw-ins are basic stuff. Set pieces are where it's critical. But as me explained to you, those are things. Remember, it doesn't have to be Mikel. It doesn't have to be Leon. Okay.
Yeah,
one
man.
of our strikers must be here. And depends on which 2 striker you're going to use. You're going to say, okay, Shamar, you have some height.
Striker X and striker B and stuff.
You have some physical power. Here's what you do. You drop back, this man still.
Because oftentimes...
You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
The instruction is easy.
Yeah. Oftentimes I'll watch like changes being made in the Premier League. And maybe these are televised. Maybe and I'll see like a player going on. And I see them take out like a booklet and they start like they're flipping over saying like they're giving them. You understand?
Right, because they're giving the instruction based on the reason they're making the change.
Okay.
You understand? Coach just get up and make change. You don't just make change to make change. You either make change at certain point of the game to kill time. Let's say 2 minutes leaving in the clock and you're up 1-0. You make a change, because the change you're going to take about 30-40 seconds.
Yeah.
You understand? Let's say you're up and you get pressed. You take off one of your striker. You put in a more defensive-minded player. Because at that point of the game, you try to see your face.
Yeah.
So you make changes at different. You might have to make a change because of an injury. But you can also make a change. Even though it's one change, it is actually 2 or 3 changes you make.
Yeah. Depends on what you want to accomplish.
Depends on what you want to accomplish.
In the moment, yeah. Yeah, man. Let me just pause and say, listen, big up to all the persons who stayed while I was off. Thank you so much for staying. We have around 9 minutes to go because we have a next big show that is lined up for later this evening, 6 o'clock it is, with Xavier Gilbert. We'll be talking to him about Reggae Girls football and all of that. I'm going to join us for that. Listen, big up everyone. I see Coach Minzy, Ryan LFC, Dre Anyweather, Chris the Sports Guy. All of these guys have a channel, the Formula Sport. You understand me? All of these guys, they have the channel and they do other works and we support each other in what we do. Sports Frenzy. I want to thank all of you for sticking and staying. Again, remember, the thoughts that Dean and I share are just our thoughts on the football. We don't pick the 11. You understand me? This is our 11 or how we do and have the things set up tactically. And everybody has different thoughts and opinions.
And that's fair.
Yeah, and it's fine. So what we need to do, and I keep saying that, how we need to have conversation is, listen, a man is sharing his views. All right? All you have to do, yours are different. Yeah, understand me? Yeah, I just hearing also that Fisher is injured. He came off in the game for LA Galaxy in the 39 minute, I think yesterday. So he's going to be. I'm very sure that they're not going to find. I am sure
All right.
that they
So,
can replace him with any. You understand me?
all
So
right.
yeah,
Listen to this now.
yeah.
Fisher out. Put Mariappa outside. Put Loa Moore inside.
Okay, you'd put Mariap out there.
Outside. Because he has played that before.
Okay, okay. All right,
And then
that's a big
you
one
still
because
keep your core
yeah,
defensive structure.
yeah, yeah.
Someone probably asks, hey, what happened? Why
Then
not
we're gonna ask
August
about,
Cover?
you know what? There you go. That's what I was just
But
going to
here's
say.
why.
Yeah,
He has been one of the weaker link. And
in the
if
team.
teams watch the tape, the team watch the tape, they're gonna overload on that side.
Yeah,
Because he plays out of position most of the time and he get caught in different spots. And it doesn't give you that much offense. You understand? You see where I'm coming from?
yeah, yeah. So
So-
you'd stick with Mariappa out there
So I would
because
have
of his
put
experience.
Mariappa outside. Now you're going to have 3 practical, defensive, straight up defensive minded player in at the back. And give
Yeah.
Kemar Lawrence more freedom to go.
Yeah, up front. Yeah, some person are saying that, like Fresh God is saying, Javian Brown is somebody that Javian Brown at Vancouver Whitecaps because he's a right back. But I mean, listen. All right, let me say this. The issue I have is if I think like the coach, because the coach has had opportunities to use him and he has not. He was not even in the squad. So practically it makes sense. But from the coach's perspective, the fact that he wasn't in the squad, I'm almost certain that he'd probably go with a more experienced Mariappa. And sometimes coaches, I remember like Danny Lynn would do that. Danny Lynn would have such confidence in Fabian Watkins at Constant Spring that people say, why Fabian? But at the end of the day, there's coaches have certain confidence in certain players for whatever reason that they're going to play them even when they think somebody else is better because they know that there is
Javian, the young man he just called, he just got into the squad.
He was always in it, but he has never been playing. Like he came on in the last game that we won. He came on with around 10 minutes left. But he has been in all the World Cup, all the games so far, but on the bench. He has not been playing a whole lot. But in the initial selection, he wasn't in it. But then Andre Gray got injured, and then he was called in as a replacement.
So a coach is not gonna leave from. Remember, you're outside of the 22. Him bringing another sub, and then somebody go down, and him push it right there. No coach not gonna do that. For the most part, it have to be circumstances unforeseen.
Yeah.
But if Fisher out, I would have used Mariappa on the outside. Loan Moore on the inside.
Yeah.
Kemar
and then Everton Jackson is saying, I agree with Dean. If Fisher can't play, then put Mariappa at right back. Defensive chemistry is the most important. This may mean the difference between a draw or a loss. Yeah. Right? Yeah. I think Richard is in England, and he is asking, is Dean aware of the troubles and the negative attitudes from some English club towards releasing players for international duty? Has Dean?
No, I'm not aware of it, but really and truly, it's FIFA mandated, They must release the players once a country requests it. And remember, FIFA give these as international dates. So the clubs have absolutely no reason or rationale to do so. They want to do it because they probably think it's better for them and everybody will look on their bottom line.
Yeah.
You understand?
So, and then if they don't, I think the bigger issue though is sometimes the players are treated in a particular way by the club. Because the players come, but when they go back to the club, some are benched for an extended period of time, though they were starting before. So, you know, maybe the players, my suggestion is that the players need to take up some of these things with FIFA
No,
through their local
again, the players,
federation.
no. Players can't take it up with FIFA. You leave to go and play.
Yeah.
When you come back, let's say you play 2-3 games. In our case, might be 2 games. When you go back, you might not start the next game because the club is actually giving your body a chance to rest. Because generally you would have played 1 and then 1.
Yeah.
You see where I'm coming from?
Yeah, but like with Anthony Grant, for example, though, I mean, he seemed to have fallen completely out of favor at his club.
Well, we don't know the reason for that, so
yeah.
And I'm not gonna speculate either.
Yeah, which is what Lloyd O'Connor is saying. He said the subsequent repercussion is what is the problem. Like you hear like you hear a couple of them, like Andre Gray came out and they have been speaking about how they are being treated because they have opted to play for Jamaica. Like there's an unfair treatment.
You can have that, you know, you can have that what you call you can have that. I'm trying to find the proper word to use. Clubs can be disgusting, you know, because they probably don't see the national program or that national program as any priority or any significance. Because I'm sure if an Argentine leaves to go play for Argentina and don't get that, or you understand? If a US player leave to go USA go play him thing, him not get that. You understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
So again, it depends on how the club looks at the country, or it also depends on if the players are marginal players within the club.
Yeah, our top players.
Our top players. So that's a big difference, you know. Because let's use Antonio for example. He is of great importance to the club, to the point where they facilitate a doctor with him from what I read.
Right. His physio, yeah.
Right. So when he gets back, again, he's of top priority to the club.
Yeah.
So he's not going to fall out of favor because the club is in total agreement with him going to represent him country.
Okay.
So those are the differences that we have to look at.
Yeah. It's really when we're saying that he's saying that the selection process makes zero sense, which is the selection of the squad. He says one man playing regularly and playing well, another man not playing at all in the same league, and the one not playing gets picked. One. Which players are it? Because I'm not sure which I don't know if this is Javian Brown. This is in reference to. Yeah. And Mark is saying that Mariappa is very stable around any section of the box. So he's agreeing with you that about putting Mariappa out there at right back for this. If indeed Fisher is out. Oh, Brown. So one was talking about Javian Brown, who is playing every week for Vancouver Whitecaps, and then he wasn't selected into the team. And a suspect, he's saying that Alvas Powell isn't playing, but he gets selected, which is some of those things I'm thinking like press conferences will help to resolve. But go ahead.
But all right, to be honest, I'm surprised to see Alvas in the squad.
Okay.
Because again, he's coming off an injury, right?
Yeah.
And for the past previous 3 or 4 games, he had to come off the field for it because of an injury, or what seeming to be an injury.
Yeah.
So there can be some credibility to the thought of that.
Yeah, man. All right, people. We passed time. Dean has been here. Look like he could stay and talk with you guys a little longer. But we have some other shows that are lined up. We have a big show with Dean and a couple others. We go keep that as a surprise coming up on Sunday. That's going to be a big banger as we preview the game against the United States. We're going to have that at Sunday at around 5 p.m. Big names. We're going. A lot of us going to be on this show discussing that. We also have a show coming up today. Later today with Xavier Gilbert at 6 p.m. Then tomorrow at 11 we have a legend from the 60s. Yes, from the 60s, right? Then on Wednesday we have one from in the 80s. Then we go back to the 60s. Then we go in the 90s. I know people saying that like there are so many persons saying that this man and this man because every man is a legend in his own right, but we want to pay honor.
Over time, different forums going give you all of the players them where you need. You know, this
there
is just the
go.
start of the iceberg. So
This tip of it. But you know what I want to bring up, Dean? I mean, I've been talking to some of these some of the older players than you, the ones who were there in the 60s, and many of them are saying that you know, especially the younger, like not the, like the players in your group,
right,
need to come together with some of the players who were before and create a general
there has to
pass
be
player.
some bridge.
Right. And what they want, let me tell the people what they're saying, that they want to see a past players association where they can like petition. The first thing they said they want to do is to have like a game where the 1998 team, for example, play against a team that had the Lenny Hyde and all of those guys. Like that 1990 team or 90.
Yeah, you're gonna be the 50s versus the 70s.
Yeah, and the idea
versus the U70s.
and the idea, and what they're saying is that the idea
you can't.
is
If you do something like that, you can't just mix and match.
There you go. And they want to do one like somewhere in an area in the States where you have a large Jamaican presence and one in Jamaica. And that money is the beginning of a pool of funds to help former national players who have fallen on hard times. And I think that is a very noble suggestion. But some of these guys are the older guys who have this idea and they need the younger generation, when I say younger generation, I'm not
necessarily younger generation, but anybody, anyone who is alumni.
Exactly, and they're saying, right. Listen, I talked to one person who is going to come on, and he says he has a database of every person that has represented Jamaica, and he says over the last couple of years, many of them have been dying, and people don't even know. You just get up one day and ask, hey, what about this man who used to play for Jamaica? And you hear that, yeah, man, you know that he passed away around.
That's his life story, though,
So,
even within your whole friend structure, you don't see a person for a while, and then when you do find out, you hear him pass or migrate, or it happens, life experiences.
Yeah. But that is something that I'd love. I want to be a part of. I can't just imagine seeing, some of these players seeing like like that 98 team. Like you guys have never, the truth is that the 1998 team has never yet played like a formal fundraising game with those players for any reason.
They did,
When?
But it wasn't, they played a Brazilian team, I think, with
Oh yeah, when Walter Boyd and all at the stadium.
Right, yeah, they did.
Yeah. But I want us to play, I think Rivaldo and those guys.
A few younger players within.
That is true. There was, but I think every year, on the 16th of November, once there's no international game or around that time, there needs to be one of these games. Maybe like I said that, and maybe it's an idea for somebody that they're going to take up and do. They keep it somewhere in New York or in Florida. I'll keep one in Jamaica and say, listen, if we make $2 million, we keep one for ourselves, or we give one. I don't know. To Past Players Association to help players in need or something like that,
Something can be set up. Something can be set up in some way, shape, or form, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Without even thinking about the JFF involvement.
Yeah. That's it.
And to your point though, man, they have done quite a few, if I'm not mistaken. They have tried to done quite a few of these 98 versus this team or celebrity team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They have, because I know it's busy.
Busy Campbell, yeah, man.
One in St. Thomas.
Yeah.
But you see, some of the time the spectators don't even support the cause either.
Like, listen, this is what I'm saying now, Dean. Here's the thing.
Part of it too is promotion.
All right. Listen, you can't tell me if you put up, listen, in New York, the same part that the over 40 game was played, or one of those other venues, maybe a bigger venue than that, but work with me. That Ricardo, all of these guys, Dean Sewell, Ricardo Garner, Nandelu, all of these guys, Walter Boyd, all of these guys are going to Whitmore, all of these guys are going to play against the ones who are over there, maybe like Adonis Maxwell and
totally understand.
Listen, I think
that be a soccer symposium.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, you can do that.
I'm telling you, like
but
that, and then
you'd have to start. You probably would have. You have to start the base from in Jamaica. Get it off the ground in Jamaica, then move it overseas. Because we're thinking about doing the same thing. Just do like a tour.
Yeah.
Right across the US. Maybe 6-7 cities. You know, you have select teams and all of it can be done.
Yeah. So that's something I'm really looking forward to, and I'm willing to be a part of it. I'm waiting on some information because I think we owe it to some of these players who are in bad position. Some, I understand, some is by their own mistake, but some because they just never had they never got there was nothing in the football. Yeah, and then there are some who there was nothing in the football at that time to put them in a stable place. So some never had the guidance and they walked into money, but there are others who there was no money involved to the extent that they could build proper lives. Right. And they're falling on hard times. And I think, we need to find a way to help them. You could call it you could even give the winner the Shorty Malcolm Cup. Of that game.
Never initiative where we personally have put together, and it will benefit most of the past players.
That's what we want to hear, man. I am glad. I know you have always had that in you.
The pandemic kind of offset that. Yeah. And that's something we put together. And anything may do with that regards, One of the things you can do too, let's say, and this is just off the top of your head, off the top of my head, right? Let's say you have a SEBA. You can do a Reggae Boyz versus a SEBA, and that are a Moby All-Star over 50. You understand what I'm saying?
Listen, Dean, my idea big, because you see imagine now Joby McAnuff, Paul Hall, Fitzroy Simpson, Dean Burton, Marcus Gale, Darren Moore, all of these guys. We take the local set of Reggae Boyz to England to play, because they have what they call Black History Month in England in October. You can imagine that?
You can say, okay, all right, let's say just for controversial circumstances, you invite all of the past English-based players or overseas-based players that doesn't live in Jamaica, right?
Yeah.
And play against a Jamaican, you know what I'm saying?
There you go. Like it could be a whole thing, I think, to really help to fund.
There's different things they can do, man.
Yeah.
And the venture, but again, the venture has to be promoted properly and it has to be supported.
Yeah.
In order to make the cause worth it. Also, the first year it might not get off the ground. The second year, the first year it might get off the ground properly. The second year it becomes bigger. So,
listen, most of these guys, most of the persons sometimes on these streams were 7, 8, and 9, when Jamaica qualified,
Yes, and that is the crossroad and the challenges that some of the times they don't understand.
Exactly. Right. I can just imagine you when you finish interacting with fans and say, listen, you can sign some autograph. Like I think it is something that really needs to be looked at, and Yeah, man. So
Yeah, man, there's a lot of things can be done, to be honest with you. There's a lot of things can be done. And a lot of things that should be done, but you can't talk about what hasn't been done. You have to talk about what we can do going forward.
yeah,
To
man.
help any player. And it doesn't even have to be any player to create a source
Yeah.
for players' assistance. You understand?
Yeah, yeah, that is true. That is true. Like I was saying to Freddie, that one of the things I love is there's a symposium every year by some of you players who played in college to come and talk to the players who are probably in sixth form in Jamaica, planning on going into the college system.
Right.
You know, to just talk to them about what to expect, how to prepare, you know, so that when they go there, they don't fall through the cracks.
Well, it's mental preparation. Sometimes you fall through the crack. Not because of your own doing, but because of the shock value.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
culture. There's a culture shock sometimes when we leave out our normal. We are not easily adaptive to the situation. The weather is a factor. You know, but mentally you have to be prepared to can handle those things that come at you. And again, know the cost and lock into the cost.
All right, so thanks again, sir, for your time. Listen, enjoy the rest of the day. Sunday, we're going to do it again.
All right, no
We're gonna be
problem.
better.
And
So we're
again,
looking forward to it.
we probably don't get on again before the upcoming game. Personally, I want to wish the team a great game. Not even a good game, a great game.
Yeah.
Great execution of the coach's plan. And if it worked to its full potential, we can be all right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah,
If
man. I hope that
the least we'll come away with on Friday, I'm looking for is what we got there with. And right now we are going to with 1 point.
yeah.
So the
there you go.
least
Yeah,
we can add 2 to it, great. But we don't want another setback in terms of a defeat.
There you go. There you go. All right, there you have it, people. That's Dean Sewell for you. Want to thank him again for coming on. We have been on for 2 hours and 45 minutes. We had the voodoo. Well, I can't leave. I can't leave again.
Wow, Freddie.
You're not going to believe this. I can't leave.
Freddie.
What go on, you know?
People, we can't. Sorry, people, we can't. We can't leave again, people.
Well, look, you hold up your time, you know. We're good at that.
Yeah. We just drop on for a little 2 minutes, man.
Yeah, man.
You know?
All right. Go ahead, man. What's going on? I don't know if you have been listening to the discussion and you want to give your input on any of the things we have been talking about.
No, just bits and pieces, you know.
Well, I'm going to ask Dean to interview you, so he can ask me the question because they have been bomb rushing him with a lot of questions. So let him throw some at you.
No, there's none. We can't throw at him, but we don't discuss already, you know. So
yeah.
We discuss the ball in full all the time, you know. I was explaining to them about things that them can expect when them go in Central and South America. You want to shed further light? Like, for example, the
like the music
put up around the hotel, the unleashing of...
the carnival at nights before the game, the bright spotlights, the music, the most beautiful girls from El Salvador that sit in the lobby of the hotel, all those kind of things.
Right.
Whoa. So it's a real thing.
Yeah, man, it's real whenever you go to Central America, you know, the moment you arrive inside the airport, you know, it can get crazy, you know. And most times, even at the hotel, sometimes we have to have armed security. You know, you have carnival setting outside of the hotel, you know, all night straight into the morning, you know. So for most part, they will set up a radius now, you know, before they didn't. But I think it's probably it's a 1 mile or something like that.
Yeah, 1 mile radius. I was explaining to them.
Yeah, it's like a 1 mile radius now, but you know, it still don't do much because even though they might have security from El Salvador there, the security doesn't really do much.
Okay.
You know, it's the players know within themselves. You have to be strong enough to kind of block that noise out and get locked into what you're doing.
Not prostitute, but females in the lobby.
Escort.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Escort. Yeah,
Escort.
man. Yeah,
Whoa.
man. And that's one of the reasons why even in my last interview I mentioned about people on tour who hasn't been on tour. How can you lead a tour? It's past players who have seen all this would be the best ones
Better
to
able to prepare the players
yeah, the
in terms
younger
of what
players.
to
Yeah,
expect. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
But you know what I'd asked Dean, I think earlier this morning is given all of those things, would it have been better for the team to stay in Jamaica then and prepare and then go to El Salvador, like the day before the game, than to go there
No,
now
because you don't
and
want
be
it. You don't
exposed to
want
all of
that
these?
shocking. It's better. Okay, let's say they get there today or tomorrow. If them see it today and tomorrow, and let's say a player or two falter, them have recovery time.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
You
Dean,
understand?
Planton said to tell her that he's watching.
Right. So those are some of the things we have to look. It is better that the more time they get, it's not like it's altitude issues. The more
Yeah,
time
man.
they get to have their feet and their mental prepared around the game and in the country that they're doing it, it's better for them.
Better for them.
Yeah.
But what do you say though about the playing style? Because Dean was saying they pass the ball. They are not fast, but they move quickly.
The ball do the work and the
ball, yeah. It's just like the
Yeah, man,
Japanese.
typical Central American that move the ball, a lot of quick short passes and they move the ball. The speed up play is usually there and they try to move the ball quickly, That's their game in Central America.
Yeah. And what is the best way Jamaica can prepare themselves to kind of get a result out of the game, you think? Like, what is the best? I don't know if it's style of play, system of play,
Tapa should have that answer,
So,
I don't mean the coach. Tapa should have that answer. He's the coach.
No. Listen. You can't get out of the question. I'm just talking. We're just talking
yeah, tell him that the answer, Dean. Just share him that
we're not picking team for him. I will not pick him system for him. I will not pick him in philosophy for him. Right? I will not pick him formation for him. But generally, when you go to Central America, you want to be more compact in your offensive and defensive structure. You can't leave yourself stretched because of how they play.
Yeah, you can't allow them to move the ball and get in behind you. Yeah?
Right.
Okay. But seeing that we play a lot of long balls, like how do you use like this whole long ball and keep your lines playing in Central America against a team that like to play in between the lines? If you're going to use a long ball system.
Well, if we're going to use a long ball, we can hope that it's dead ball, dead ball situations where we can use size, because we have some big, strong, powerful guys up top, So I think even a game like the El Salvador, we have to make sure that we just settle and get it right in terms of dead ball situation, because that's where we can probably capitalize on beating El Salvador.
Right.
But, we have to stay compact. We have to stay compact and, make sure that we don't give up the ball easily and especially in our defensive third, we don't give up the ball and give them possession there. And just try to use our strength and speed on them and dead ball situation, corner kicks, free kicks on the wide, make sure that we're very productive in those, because we have guys like Shamar and Antonio, Lowe, Mariapa. We have some guys who are very good in the air that they can get their head on the ball. I think we can get success from that. Because usually El Salvador is not very tall or big people,
Well, for the most part, Central Americans aren't. So we have to maximize on our strengths.
Yeah.
Our obvious advantages that we have, And one thing I was saying, though, Freddie, and this go for any team. If you decide to play the ball long, we have to get up there to play for the second ball.
Yeah, man, you have to get up and try and win if we're not winning the first, we have to win the second or third ball,
Our third ball. Way, if that way you can lock them into an area or you're there within area to defend the ball. If we go long and it's only two players up there and it's two players challenging 4 or 5, they win possession and then we have.
Yeah, man, they're gonna come right back on top of us. Yeah.
You understand? They're gonna come
if we're gonna ping it, we have to get up.
Yeah. But
Winning,
go ahead,
yeah.
man.
No, I said winning first, second, and third ball will be very important if you're gonna play that long ball. Or try to play that ball in the air and over the top there.
What I think is like in terms of defensive setup, because one of you defender primarily, one is an attacking player. What is better to use? Zonal defending or man to man? Or in a game you use both, or normally teams is it that you use both?
I'm going to answer,
normally
from a defensive perspective. It depends on where you are and how you get caught. If you get caught 3v3, you have to go man to man. If you outnumber, you can go zone. You understand what I'm saying? If you have numbers, you can pick up man to man with coverage. So it all depends on how you get caught.
Okay. The reason why I ask that is because sometimes people will say this team plays zonal, the defense zonally. Like it is almost like a trained way to defend. It don't matter who you're playing, you're defending zonally. That's how I always hear people say it. Because I remember when, for example, Arsenal had this, that is not how it works. It's just in the game and in the moment of the game.
Yeah, in the moment
what
of the
coaches
game.
generally do, and Freddie can help on this. What coaches generally do, place the ball in a certain area without an offensive team, and you shift to that area. You shift accordingly. So if ball is on the left, you expect this player press, that player slide, that player slide. So you have a defensive shape. But the game itself are going to dictate that when players move. So you come out of the basic shape of defending, or the basic zone of defending, to where the players are in the game. You understand? You don't want the ball upon the right side, which would have been the opposing team right side. And then you're right back now, all the way up on the field line. I try to defend a striker, a outside player. That would have set up where him come around. He might drop lower in line with the sweeper if you're playing with a sweeper, and come in on the inside, because the ball upon his weak side is left back strong side. When the ball switch from there now to the middle, you gotta reset back to where you would have generally be at the start of the game.
Okay.
When the ball shift out now, you gotta find him, gotta go out now to cut, because the more likely play. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just different zones, but you still have to play it within the game.
Yeah. What say you, Freddie?
Yeah, man. The game, it comes down to the mathematics, and what transpire within the game to decide if I should play zonal or should I play man-to-man. It's easy on a dead ball situation to play zonal. If you refer back to Arsenal, they used to play zonal and corner kicks. But in free play, it's very difficult to say you're gonna play a zonal. It's very difficult to say you're just gonna track the man halfway and stop. Because the situation, sometimes you have to play the situation. So what the situation call for, man to man, zonal, so that's why we have to know the game,
Okay. Because one of my is that I think, like with our defenders, I don't think they're very good one-to-one defenders. Like especially our centre backs, Liam Moore for me and Damian Lowe, I think they like to tackle.
You only get caught one-to-one when the offensive player is coming at you. But to man, that's something easy, man.
Yeah, man.
Because
but what I'm saying though is that man marking is difficult if you're always trying to win, because defending is not necessarily just trying to win the ball, because sometimes wanting to win the ball put you into tackling, and tackling sometimes.
One thing, management. One thing I know about defending and football, the best defenders in the world don't even like to defend. So if the best defenders in the world don't like to defend, so how can we prevent that? Make sure that we can keep possession of the ball. If I have the ball, I don't necessarily have to defend.
So the best defending is to possess the ball.
Yeah,
that's
man,
the
if
best
we have the ball,
defense, because when you have the ball, you're not defending.
If me have the ball, you just check when you play ball, man. If you the most time you have fun in it is when your team is in
Have the
possession.
ball. Yeah.
So the best defenders in the world never like to defend. It could be a great ball winner. You still don't like to defend, because you don't want to be in that position where you have to try and win your individual battle. And like you say, not every time you have to try and win those balls because you have to know you can deny and deflect.
Yeah. And
So
Hector Wright said it on the first interview I did with Hector Wright. He said, listen, whether defensive or offensively, passing or tackling, if you have to hurry, you're already late.
Yeah, man.
So he was basically saying that a lot of times when the defenders, you see them going and tackle, they're already late. And he was talking about Durant Brown, that Durant Brown was so short.
But he put himself in position because, as Freddie mentioned, it's mathematics, right? It's higher probability of where the ball can go. Okay, Simoes had said this. Take away the options. You understand? So, if I'm playing Freddie, I'm defending Freddie, right? We can give him 5 yards, but anytime the ball is going to go to a player or two or within a vicinity, we have to start edge towards him to actually not have to defend him, the player with his skill, but defend the man passing the ball.
Yeah.
You see? So if I can stop the man passing the ball to Freddie, because him see me I get closer to Freddie, part of my job is one. You understand?
That's why we have to have the players know the defensive principles,
Principles, you understand? So
principle of defending,
Simone should always say let's take away the two likely option.
Yeah, that's the deny. That's how we're gonna deny them. Yeah.
So now the two likely options when the player would have, when him go to option one, it close, option two close. Now you're an offensive on the defensive side because now him have to go search for the third and fourth.
Okay.
Which is sometimes the things that cause turnovers.
Okay. So part of the defensive principle is denying options.
Denying options, taking away their immediate options as quickly as possible.
And after you deny him, you create a delay, right?
You deny and then delay.
Yeah, because now you delay his option. You delay his decision making.
Yeah. See, someone is asking this. Go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead. Let him ask his question.
Yeah. Right. So this is Planting Dean. Planting used to keep Constant Spring. Right. So Planting is asking, teaching of the game in Jamaica is poor, especially in the technical aspect of the players from an early age. So it's hard to teach tactics to them. What's your thoughts on that?
I'm sure Freddie alluded to this already. I allude to that. They have to learn the game from early in its entirety. So when you come to 17s, 18s, 19s, the tactical implementation that any coach wants to do is easy. You understand? So it's a broad view, It's a broad view.
Yeah, so you take this one now, Sir Freddie. Is possession of the ball or passing and retaining the ball overrated?
Is possession of the ball? Go ahead. Go again.
I guess possessing the ball, passing the ball, or retaining the ball overrated.
We can't say it's overrated. It's a part of the sport. It's part of the way the game has been played. If I have possession, you can score. And if I have possession, I'm more likely to score. It's about over-possessing. It's about how efficient are we with our possession. Yeah, you can't say these things are overrated.
I guess people who are fond. I guess people who are fond of Mourinho are going to say to you, he sets up so many teams not to possess the ball, but to have the possession and then he hits you. So in that case, the person who come and say, well, you need to possess the ball. Somebody say, but Mourinho set up some teams not to possess the ball and still had success.
Yeah, but he had a way out, right? he had a way out. We're gonna prevent you with your possession, and then we're gonna capitalize with our possession. How do we capitalize with our possession? Nobody look at that side of Marino's game. It's probably not gonna be a high percentage of possession, but how does he capitalize when he gets his possession? Because I can defend, and this game still finish 0-0. But what approach does he use when he gains possession? It's quick counter attack. We play in the back and we try and push them back and we catch in on a foot race and we finish. And then we continue defending again. So everybody talk about Marino parking the bus. We can park the bus, But how me have a score? Nobody not talk about what Marino does with even at Chelsea, where he park the bus and they get out quickly. Playing behind, it becomes a foot race, play across, Didier Drogba, boom, 1-0, game finish. That is a side of Marino's game that we tend to neglect.
Yeah, but
you just need one.
They are compliment to do that.
Yeah.
Because when they get the ball up to Didier Drogba, he can hold up the ball at any amount of
Yeah, man, he can hold up the ball and Lampard them come up. So
once they get behind the line and them lose possession again, then drop back deep.
Them drop right back in. Because all I'm going could have finished 0-0, supposed to win in 9 straight games.
Well, that is true. Yes, so he must have been doing something.
Must have had an impact, man. How efficient he's gonna be after defend. How efficient we are gonna be when we have time on the ball.
So even in parking the bus, he had a system of play to possess the ball to score.
Must have an end product, man, because if we not score, nobody not go win. He must coach that side of the game. Most times we only see that the defensive side of Marino, but I'm sure at some point he coached that side. How can we successfully score after we do this, and this? People neglect to talk about that, and we have to also go back and look at his teams that won in the past, even the Portos and all that. When they get out, when they win the ball and they catch you with your pants down, they get in behind you quickly at top speed.
Yeah. All right, let me get a couple of before you guys run. Can Dean or Freddie please get with Alvas and teach him those defensive principles? He needs it.
That should have been more me.
Alvas,
you have to say
we need a younger one. We need a younger one,
And they're asking, Dre, anyway, the sport is asking if as a head coach, would you deny or allow a player, in this case, Mikel Antonio, to travel with his own physical trainer?
No, man, you have to allow him to do that, man. You have to allow him.
Yeah, but you would allow him, but again, you have to be careful within how you allow him, because then now everybody in the team can want to bring him one physical trainer, and then we undermine the ones that we have. So we have to figure it out where it works for everyone.
That's what I wanted to find out.
He can bring his personal trainer that can look after him inside the room whenever we are not at training or anything. So if he's gonna bring his personal trainer, then what's the use of the one that the country provides? You have players who are bigger than he is, the Messi and the Neymar and the Ronaldo. They don't take their personal trainers to Argentina.
No, but Freddie, one of the things though, Freddie, with regards to Antonio, is because he has been such prone to injuries.
Yeah. No, Dean, me understand all that, Me understand all that, What may I say?
Really, in the Jamaica case, it's really a one-off situation.
Yeah, but Freddie raised a good point, Dean. What if Leon Bailey says? Says he wants to bring his physio?
What may I say, Dean? Let me finish on my point first. I'm not saying that he cannot bring his trainer, but his trainer looks after him when he gets back up to his room. His trainer is not a part of the national team staff, where the national team already provides that trainer. If every one of them want to do that, it's fine. But you cannot bring your trainer now. So what me I say now, Dean? Messi gonna carry film trainer from Barcelona.
No,
PSG,
no,
go up on the side of Argentina training. That's exactly what I'm saying. Him go up in a room, go do that with him friend. Now me could have bring my own a chef and come up in a room and cook for me, but it don't have to be outside. Like I gotta bring my friend. I gotta bring my chef. Doesn't have to. I'm sure that they take their friends and their personal chef or their personal trainer because they can afford it. But it doesn't have to be something that's so elaborate because no, what if the next 10 players would like to bring their personal trainer? So we have to be careful with that.
Yeah, good point. All right, who is going to take this one? This is Richard. Richard is from England. He says, how keen would Dean and Freddie be towards building teams around a player? Have you ever seen this successfully employed? Could a Mikel Antonio be that player? Do teams build teams around a player?
No, you don't build around a player. You build around a complement a player.
Really? Didn't Barcelona build around Messi?
No.
in some sense. In some sense.
Okay. But so you guys would never do, like, if you have a player, you have the under 17 team now, Freddie, I have a super talent. What does it mean to build the team around him?
You can find players to complement him, see, right now we have problems with Maggie because they build JC around him and him struggle defensively because that wasn't a part of his game. So that's why he's struggling defensively right now. So at the younger age, you have to be careful how you build teams around players. Yeah, at the younger age, U17, you have to be a little bit more careful with that. Because then, right now, today, it hurt a player like Maggie because defensively, he wasn't taught that side of the game.
At this stage, because he's around 21, can he learn those things? Or is
he must apply himself, He must apply himself. I won't say it's too late. He must apply himself.
There's two sides of the game, It's offense and defense,
Yeah, man, a transition side of the game.
The game is a transition game,
When you guys were in school in Jamaica, were you treated specially? Let me ask you this. Were you treated like Maggie in your school days in Jamaica?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I was even worse than Maggie because I was Mr. Donoon, Everything have to come through me, Yeah, everything has to come through me. I decide everything, But I had a good cast of players who know that, listen, this man is the man, So if I have to tackle 5 man and give Butler the ball or so, So I think I was even worse than Maggie. I could just prance around. But when I went to Europe, again, I was a student at the game. So it didn't really take me long,
What about you, Dean?
No, man, not even.
They have a different people, man. They play a different role, man. They play a different role, Yeah, man.
Yeah, but
like you would have known, man, in a certain things, we know where the end product are going to be. Because no matter how the ball left on one side of the field and I go, me just take off and go, because I know the ball are going to come.
Exactly, you know that. But that is the thing. I think like a part of it is, and I listened to you guys, I listened to Adonis, and one of the things he spoke about at 15, 16, when he was in the Solofield team, how he would go into the stadium and run the stairs by himself. All right, which is really saying that outside of what the coach does, there are certain things that you, the player, how can you be playing football and then you're 20 and say you were never taught about tackling or how to defend? Even if a coach not teaching you that, I think you have to take some personal responsibility. If you're going to be a professional, that's my thing still.
Well, let me say something. Ask Freddie. Even when we play now, even if him not attack, just push a foot, man.
Yeah, push a foot.
Or come behind the ball.
Stand up to the nearest. Stand up next to the nearest man, man. Go stand up next to the nearest man. In friend now go pass him the ball,
Yeah, just man, then just push a foot. Because sometimes you stick out your foot off on the ball, Not necessarily for getting our physical, because we have missed the concept of defending and say tackling has to be physical and confrontational and combative. Right?
No, it's
defending
not. We're not talking.
tracking your player,
Yeah, man, track him, man.
And
pick
being
up
in
the
the right
nearest.
place positionally.
Yeah, man.
That's
You
it.
understand?
So
Defending
yeah.
is also sticking out your foot and running the player into
Yeah,
one of
man,
your
trap the
teammates. You know?
man. Get close to somebody. You know?
Yeah, the defending
Yeah.
I mean you have to be in a physical confrontation and toss up and contact with the next with the opposing player.
And I tell people this, right? Don't tell me that Messi don't tackle. Because here's the thing. When Messi is on the field, he draws so much attention that even when the other team has the ball, he's defending without even tackling because they're still marking him and that
Yeah,
player is
man.
No,
out of
don't
the
say
game.
that. You don't say Argentina player Messi in a 18-yard box. A wrong down player. You don't say that. It might not go in a physical clap, foot to foot combat with a player. But the player times when they see him take quick 5-step off him and the man have to push for the ball and
Yeah,
then
man.
say,
I
all
have to
right,
release the ball, man.
I see Unseen
Yeah.
Sport asking if Whitmore used to tackle.
yeah, man, Chopper used to tackle.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Whitmore kind of smart too for know how to make the opponent life miserable. Just run him down a little bit. He have to make a decision.
There you go.
These are
There
things
you
that defending is not hard, man. And as I say, you have to commit yourself to the cause. The game not play for one end.
What?
It's a
Danilin.
transition
Oh, you
game.
mean say defend Danilin? No, they tell me one time say Danilin say man say you just need to coach defense because man can score by buck-ups, but you can't defend by buck-ups. So it must harder.
No,
So
that's
you
what I'm
can't
saying.
you can't defend by buck-ups, so it must be hard. You have to be
It-
coach to defend.
No, man, no. Why am I saying to you is practically you have to defend the ball. You have to learn how to defend as a team. And we
Okay.
always say, if you win your individual battle, you try. You see, that's why you have defenders, you know. The primary job is to defend. You know. Then you have midfielders, which is the link between the defense and the offensive player. Then you have you know, expect your forward to defend 90 minutes. You have a job up there for do. You understand?
Yeah.
And your midfielders, you expect, okay, you play 4v4. The midfield is a crowded part of any field. Right? Yeah. Is either 8 in the middle or 6 or... So you have little things that you can do to pressure player into players. You understand? So you have team defense and you as the individual. If I tell you, Freddie, listen, when you get this ball, you do whatever you do. If you lose it, you don't even have to look back. You see the problem where you create for your team because...
And like I said, denial is a very important part of defense. In other words,
I can know, which is what I'm good at doing, is moving quickly to somebody close to him and deny it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like
I always tell people that Alexis Sanchez was at Arsenal, right? And people used to think he used to defend. But what used to happen is that when he loses the ball, he sprints off very quickly. But by the time him sprint and the player continue, him stop and start walk. But the immediately burst of speed
to get into a position.
There you go.
So there you go. That's not hard for Maggie to do.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Just have to apply himself, you know.
Just have to apply himself, man.
But that's
But
I said earlier. Go ahead.
If Maggie, and Maggie, if you listen to me, if you're gonna make them continue say defensively, is an issue, you make that keep you out. You have to shake, you have to wake up.
Yeah, man, it's on it. It's been a while now, everybody's saying that, you know. What have he done to his game, you know? What have he done?
Yeah. So that's what I said this morning. I said this morning, listen, you have to know at your club, be doing so well that they have no choice. Like, remember you were talking, Dean, and I'd love for him to probably listen to one of the things they said in your interview is that you're playing so they have no choice. In other words, you have to give the coaching team no choice but to select you. Yeah, like they have to you understand, and that is where now the onus is on him. The onus is not on the coach right now. The onus is on you to get things together over the next 6 months, that they have no choice. That next time it would be an outcry if they don't select you.
Yeah, man,
That
him have
is
to
what
step
happened.
up, man. Him have to step up at this point, you know.
Because everybody identifies offensive capability and how best it can help the team. Everybody identify that.
Yeah, man.
Him have to step up, man. Him have to go in a training all for all a whole week and decide, say, yo, to them, just like a run down some man and tackle them, and I'll start that thing. You have to start work on it. Yeah. You have to start work on that. You know, it's just like us, you know, sometimes when you're training as a pro and you check yourself and say today, I just try to play on my left foot for most part of the game. You know, today I just try and track my opponent every opportunity I get. So you have to work on the different facets of game, which right now is just one facet of game where it is very important where you need to try and modify. So that's on him too. He have to step up and take the responsibility with that.
Yeah. Freddie, I feel like this person, because he's in England, you know, him have a little inside scoop on something here about this question. You know. You see what him asking?
No, I can't see it. I'm on my phone.
Said, you said, did Freddie work with a man called Neil Bath at Chelsea?
Yeah, man. Neil, I'm a general, man. Neil, I'm a general at Chelsea. Neil was my academy director, you know. He's the one I did my interview. He's the one I did my interview with when I went into Chelsea. Yeah, man. Neil Bath, I'm a general, man.
Okay. So you guys, because he's asking if you guys still get along and stuff.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we still have. Yeah, occasionally we'll shoot a text. Sometimes I have friends who need to go to a Chelsea game and I'll shoot Neil a text and get 2 tickets.
No, you can't say these things. You can't say these things, you know, on these platforms, you know, because you know.
No, you know, I have a few ball talk friends that they always link me up for tickets, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. Like even Richard who fly all the way from here and go to Chelsea and call me for tickets. So I still have good contacts in Chelsea. You know. Joe Edwards, who was Frank Lampard assistant. Yeah, even came here to Miami and spent a week with me. Came down to Miami. Yeah, man, I'm still good with them. Neil. Yeah, man, me and Neil Bart still cool, you know.
Yeah, man. But thanks for
long-standing friendships, man.
Yeah, man. But thanks for jumping on and thing. I was telling the people that Sunday, we're telling them that Sunday we have something big in store for them. So really looking forward to that big thing on Sunday with all of you guys on, and I'm just learning. So looking forward to that on Sunday after the El Salvador game, before the USA game, and so we can have some discussion on that, you know, and it should be good memory. It should be good memories for you guys, because the 16th of
let's go November. Let's go.
Yeah, man. The 16th of November, you guys qualified for the World Cup.
Yeah, man, let's do that. Yeah, it's a pleasure to have me on for this quick minute, and hopefully I can be on the next one for a lengthy time. And again, we always appreciate the listeners and appreciate all the questions, you know. Enough love and respect to each and every football lovers and football brain and mind out here, you know.
Yeah, man. All right, man. All right, bless up, Dean. Bless up. So,
yeah, man. Big up.
Enjoy the rest of your day. Yeah, man.
Jamaica 62.
All right, cool.
All right, Freddie, look at it.
Yeah, man. All right, people. Thank you so much for joining. We're supposed to close off, but you see, Freddie jumped onto the show, and so we had to do that. Want to say a big thank you to our sponsors, Tricknick, for sponsoring this video. Tricknick is a Jamaican-owned company that operates in Canada. They use authentic Jamaican herbs and spices to make all of their products. So please check them out at www.tricknick.ca, and you'll get 25% discount and everything there if you use the code I am sure sports 001. You do that right now. We also had a winner today, Robert Sanchez, right? He won an entire box of Tricknick product. If there's a way, listen, we really want to give some of these. We have given to someone in Canada. No, this is the United States. The next place is in England. We're gonna work out that and then find a way. Jamaica is easy, but we need to find a way so we can get it somewhere over there in England so we can have a winner over there. We have 2 things that are coming up later. We should have had an interview with a footballer. He's in the stream now. We're going to line that up for later because things never worked out. So because of how this was extended, we're going to do that. Very awesome story, right? And then we also have Xavier Gilbert, who is going to be joining us. So I want you to rejoin us for that and get involved. It's going to be really, really awesome. Please hit the like button before you go. But not only that, I also want you, please, 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 not just hit the like button, but if you have not yet subscribed to the platform, I want you to subscribe to I Am Sure Sports. Get somebody to subscribe, and if you can do that, then it will cause the channel to even grow some more. We are going to leave with a word from our sponsors. Tricknick.
Jamaican herbs and spices add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Tricknick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.